Western and then beat the back-to-back premiers? 3:15 p.m. on a Sunday against Melbourne in the MCG is a bad time for the league. They're dancing all over him. You want to dance, Brisbane? Let's dance!
Wahey! Wahey, are we on?
Wahey!
Wahey! Let's go, Ash. Get the screen going, dog. Welcome back, you rats out there, to the big red shed on this Overreaction Monday. Wahey! What a big, awesome round of football. Dogs down bad. Suns might be frauds. What the hell, the Saints got no idea. Melbourne just dancing all over him on a Sunday, just jigging on him. Just getting jigged on with the Lions sitting there take this load of jig.
Oh, no.
What a round of football. I'm so fizzed up, excited. I have taken some cold and flus, so I don't know if they're kicking in
You're
yet.
in a weird mood.
I'm feeling a bit crazy with it today, ladies and gentlemen. So this is great. Before the Wahey thing, that was Jim Skin.
Yeah. Wahey!
Hawks always doing some random stuff on socials like that.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't get
nailed
it at first. I'm not a big Jim Skin guy.
I'm a massive Jim Skin guy. Don't burn the bean.
How do you feel about clavicle being down bad?
Clavicular?
Yep.
Yeah, that's actually really sad.
So what do you do?
Didn't he, I think something, let me Google it real
There's
quick.
the one in Brisbane that annoys me as well. What's his name? The big tall guy that has a wig.
Huge.
Whoa, you're way too into it to know these names.
No, Huge is a guy that ran around Griffith University. And he drove a Hyundai XL and he'd park it up at the uni library and then stand on top of it and just tense and flex on everyone. And he was jacked as.
That seems scary.
Yeah, people who went to Griffith Uni will know.
That seems scary. Ash, hey my friend, how was your weekend?
Bloody good.
Yeah, up and about, aren't you?
Yeah.
You
I reckon
are up and about.
your jig in that reaction is the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. When I found, I got obviously a bit of clarity post the jig.
Yeah.
And then I realised very disrespectful to jig on someone like that.
It's like teabagging someone in Halo back in the day.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh, was that the song?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sorry to every Lions fans that I did jig on. Didn't mean to do that. That was way too much. And then when I had a moment to calm down and was, I probably in the bath and I was like, okay, I think downstairs I jigged on all the Lions fans. So that was bad by me.
And then Melbourne clipped it, posted it.
Yeah, Melbourne.
Oh,
I don't want to
damn,
say,
son.
the Dees new admin, I know they're doing a lot of things that are helping them win games. Their social media team and the person behind it completely has just flipped the
Shout out
script on what they
Dave.
used to be. Who is it?
Dave.
Dave.
Let's go, Dave.
Well done, Dave from Demon Dave, the social guy.
Tell you who else is really good at
Well done.
socials?
Has turned that club around.
I love Bear from 7AFL.
Bear's very good.
He's like elite.
Bear's the
he's a
thing.
crosser. I feel bad for him because Super Saturday would have been his prime, but obviously that's not them.
Probably the best round of football we've had so far.
Yeah.
Super Saturday was awesome.
Super Saturday was jacked
Super
up.
Saturday was so good.
Yep.
It was so good. So before we get into it, let's talk about a few things that are happening around the league. I guess the big one in my own life is Friday was big.
Yeah.
The tap. Big.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so did I. So much happened.
It was, do you reckon it was like one of the most engaging like AFL posts of all time?
It was pretty big.
People were getting around, maybe not around you, but like they were paying
They got
you out.
around it.
Yeah.
Did some crazy things on socials. It was big. So I woke up on the Saturday and I don't know why it didn't hit me when it was on me and being done here. The now the scene of the crime, but I woke up and went, oh boy, that's big.
That's fucking massive.
That's probably the biggest tattoo I've got.
It's literally the size of this Gatorade bottle.
It is.
Like, stand by it.
And because he took up so much real estate with his handwriting on my leg, it's a lot of leg. And I don't have a lot of leg to give.
A lot of people were saying like, oh, it's nice that he went real small with it. Like he could have done a full jersey. I'm like, mate, this guy did not miss him.
No.
He took up the whole calf
He's like size 36 font on my leg is what he did.
to match your 36 grade hamstring string.
Yeah.
Hamstring.
Yeah, they were pretty much. So it took up a lot. The funniest thing about this whole thing was that, it's all right, type it out next time, send me a letter.
I just got BT'd.
The funniest thing about the whole thing was, yes, Tato was funny, and Nick coming in. Shout out to Nick as well coming in.
Yeah.
Like it was Nick coming in. What a
Yeah.
star.
I
We
love
were
when he
all a
comes.
bit, we got a bit starboard. We were like, this guy's amazing. He's in here. Just hung out too.
Yeah.
And hung out. So with
That's
the
cool
size of
tracksuit
it,
pants.
he had cool pants on.
Yeah.
With the size of it, I just picked whatever size Castagna was putting on me. Whatever size he'd come to me saying, "Are you okay with this?" I was saying yes because we were on not a time restraint, but I wanted to get him in and out because I had beers to go to. The funniest thing out of that as well was that someone said the guy doing the tattoo has won more premierships than everyone in that room combined.
It's pretty insane.
True.
Pretty insane.
You could say the most achieved and highest, and best football in the room was the guy tattooing.
Yep.
Which is true.
And Nick Daicos was sitting right there.
It was it's a lot going on. But I'm happy. I'm happy we got through it. So learned my lesson. Won't be happening again. I'm done with tattoos. I think we've all seen. It was good, but also we've seen that's a lot and it's enough now.
Yep.
So now got to cover it up as well.
The best part was how like overstimulating it was because it was like the DDF mafia that sit here already, plus tattooist, assistant, Daicos, Doc, Xander. It was just everyone.
We had 20 people
and
in here.
You had the opportunity to say, hey, maybe we'll go a bit smaller with that stencil. But it was just too much happening. You just wanted to rush.
I got excited.
Yeah.
I got peer pressured into it.
Yep.
For sure.
So we both had shit weekends then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You did have a bad weekend. You and Xander at the airport.
Was Xander there?
No, it wasn't, but he hangs out in the airport and you hung out at the airport a lot.
Yeah. I channeled my inner Xander and got way too comfortable with it. I was hour and a half early for my flight and then picked a really good coffee spot. I said, Molly, let's just chill here. We'll enjoy it. Like we've got time. Then we casually got up and went, yep, let's go to the gate. We checked the departures board. Gate 47 closed. What's going on there? We check our ticket. We had left to go board the flight at 6:30, but the flight left at 6:30. So we missed the flight. $1,000 later, we pay another flight to get to Tamworth, flying to Sydney and then direct to Tamworth. Scary as.
So time is big context in this thing. What time is this?
So we were there at 4:30 for the 6:30 flight.
So that's a 3 a.m. wake up?
Yeah, 3:30 a.m. wake up.
Long way to go early for a coffee at the airport.
Yeah.
Very early
Got,
too.
and like absolutely hummed through security because no one was there.
And the good thing about airports is it's not a place where you and your partner can argue very often. But they're places that you come together to agree on everything.
Well, to be fair, we didn't argue at all. We were just we were so
silent
stunned with
treatment.
how chill we were. No, we were on each other's side.
Okay.
We just laughed and went, how do we mess this up so badly?
You're lucky to have Molly in your life because you did say that you cheated on her with a maxi bond.
Yeah. But she's the best thing that ever happened to me. I love her so much.
Cheers.
But also, so we went to a 50th in Tamworth, which is like very regional country, New South Wales. Farmer Dave from Gundawindi was there.
Who the fuck is Farmer Dave?
Big fan of the show.
Well done, Farmer Dave.
Yeah,
Sorry
loves
about
it.
that. Well done, Farmer Dave.
Yeah.
What's he produced down there on the farm? Cattle farmer.
Yeah, Brahman cows and wheat up at Gundy, which is like North Queensland.
Wow,
Or
he
like
listens to us?
yeah.
Well done, Dave.
Yeah, loves them.
We reach some audiences that I can't really fathom. We're big in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I looked at the back end. We're massive in Nigeria. We're also huge in Switzerland and England.
Interesting.
And Scotland. We've got the Scottish guy, don't we?
We have the one Scottish guy, and we also have a guy in.
We've actually got fans all through Canada and England. They
We do.
message me all the time.
Can I just bring this up? We have a big fan base, and to those people who are there, thank you so much to everyone, or just the one person that listens in each of those countries. It's good to have feet on the ground there and ears on the ground. I'm trying to find out analytics of where we're at here. Of our listens. Here we go, audience. So this is obviously our top ranking region is Australia. And then we go UK, Ireland, Canada, Switzerland, Singapore. We're big in Singapore.
Huge.
So, and then Germany, Netherlands, Turkey.
Turkey, that's where you get haircuts.
When he goes there, he listens to us on the way there. Denmark, Hong Kong, Cambodia, Qatar, France, Norway, and India.
Huge. I'm actually going to Europe in June.
That will
so I might go say good day. Yeah.
And there's also one person in Colombia. So that's great. We're big there.
Might take a Sharpie when I go there, sign some autographs for us.
You'll find the one person in those markers. That's
There's only
good.
one.
I think so. It says like 0.1% an arrow going that way left. So it's like half a person almost. It's almost like someone in Colombia has put on the wrong podcast
Yeah, someone just like logged into a VPN for half a second.
and
played
accidentally
it,
got it
then
wrong,
left.
and
Yeah,
then we'll take it.
Yeah.
So shout out to that Colombian
So
and
we're
Nigerian
worldwide.
hacker.
We're worldwide.
We are. We're doing things. We're around the world, which is great. How are you going on the tipping, Ember X? I'm pretty good. I'm just far off with the margins.
I got
Good tipping round for the tipsters out there.
I
Pretty
think
straightforward.
I saw somewhere the other day that it's been the easiest year for footy tipping ever in
Yeah.
any season.
It
There's such
actually
a big
has.
divide between the top teams and the shit teams.
Well, as we know, 2 div league.
Yeah.
So it makes it easy.
Yeah, you called it.
Norm, the favourite most of the time. I don't know the percentages, but they win this year.
Well, there could have been some upsets on the weekend. Essendon were close. Port were close.
Yeah. Ash.
I think it relates to what Dill Alexander, he said something about it at the start of the year, how with the fast scoring gameplay in every game, like the better teams are just going to score way more, and like we're going to have way less close games, and like we're seeing that now.
Yeah. It does feel like that, but it's just a score fest still. Even though the games are closer, I think the fear we had early was that the games were going to be blown out, but now it feels like everyone's just scoring and we're still having close games because everyone is saying, fuck it, we're not defending. Let's just score.
What do you prefer?
You know what we have lost? Secondary stoppages. I never see
they're actually gone.
I never see a repeat stoppage anymore.
And that's how Collingwood that's how they used to play.
It's you get one, but you'll never get two. Because everyone's now just either just getting rid of the ball, we're throwing it a lot of throws are happening, or they're not tackling the person on the ground to say he's not giving in 10 and they jump on him last minute and get off him. It's very weird in the stoppages.
Do you know what they should do? If there is a second stoppage, that's when they should bounce it.
Yeah. Just to mess with everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's rare.
It'd be weird to see.
Well, I'm just saying we've lost it. I think even Dimmer said after his game that we've lost secondary stoppages. People are just throwing it out or calling on the ball. There's no more repeat stoppages anymore in the game of football.
Yeah, I kind of miss it.
Let's get into some news here. So this is the big one, and it's not going away. The Elijah Hollands and Carlton situation and story. So there's just a lot of noise around Elijah Hollands right now and just no clarity, which is the tough one. It's tough because we're just assuming, listening to things that are coming out of the gossip factories, and I've had a really tough time mulling over when do I say, what do I say, because it is so delicate that we're dealing with a guy's life. So I haven't wanted to feed any speculations until we have all the answers, and Carlton have to obviously answer a lot of holes that are in their version of events and in general. And the league and the club can't actually make anything public without Elijah's consent. So people out there who are thinking, oh, we're going to get answers, like you're just probably not going to get them because there's so many sensitive issues here, and the AFL, AFLPA, and Elijah, who is the most important thing in all this, don't have to give you them.
Yeah, and the worst thing with that is we're just completely stuck in this echo chamber of bullshit and conspiracies that are, not entirely in his favour. So people are just going to keep like tarnishing his reputation and then also tarnishing the club's reputation. And it's just such a sad thing because obviously like he needs help, and I think people are really steering away from the comedy about it now, and they're really like making sure that the person's okay. But it just really sucks because more things are coming out, like the dubbed lip reading of Collingwood players, like that just adds more fuel to the fire. I'd really hope that he's okay and it's just dealt with properly.
Yeah. It's just, I just look at the whole thing and go, it's just sad. Like it's just really, really sad, and he's clearly very sick because the way that he was acting and going into the game, and we hope that he's going well, and people trying to not trying to even piece together why he went and what he's doing, but you can't get answers for someone when they're sick like that. Like you just do things, and someone who has been sick myself, you just do things that don't make sense to other people because you don't know what you're doing.
And he'd been going so well for himself, like playing probably the best footy he's ever played, doing so well mentally, but then that's when you're most vulnerable because people start to not really like care, like have that player care for you. So he probably was just like, stuck in a really bad place where he just didn't really feel like he had the help, and it just sort of all came apart and unraveled, and that's what happens usually. Yeah.
I think with these things as well, when you are going through stuff and you feel like you're not in control of your own situation, you do things that you feel like you want to get control back from your mental health. So you do things where you go, I can't control how I'm feeling right now, so I'm going to do something that at least makes me feel like I'm in control of it. Which in this case might have him going to the game to play football. Like clearly wasn't well, so went to the game, and that maybe gave him a feeling of
sense of normality.
Yeah.
Yep.
Feeling like I've got a hold in this thing, I can keep doing things in my life that make me maybe feel good or make me feel like I've got routine or human again, because I don't feel good about where I'm at. But in all of this, the main thing is that Elijah's the number one priority. So it's not something that I want to talk about really in a sense of who's at fault or what did the club do or what until we have all the answers. We just don't know anything. All we know is that he's really sick and we don't know what's going on inside his world and his life. And I hate the fact that the old man media, it feels like we're trying to bury him. And I fucking hate it. The fact that Caro came out with that story of him saying to players he was drinking with no facts behind it is just, if it's not a report that is concrete, then shut the fuck up.
Yeah, because that's just the fuel that adds the fire.
It fuels the whole thing.
Yeah.
Don't come out and say something if you don't know. Don't try and weaponize it for clicks and all that. Unless you're sure and you've got certainty around it, stop throwing fuel on the fire.
And just a question on that, like who does that help in any way? Because she's sitting there, or that not just her, like they're all sitting there adding fuel to the fire, weaponizing it for clicks and content, where this guy's actually just at home suffering. And, you know, Carlton are trying to deal with it the best way they can.
Yeah.
I think it's really great what Baz and Max Gawn said on the weekend
100%.
about really just like putting all their eggs in the basket of having a mental health round and just like really raising awareness for it, because things like this happen and people don't know how to respond.
No. I mean, it's tough. Like, we're all just trying our best. Everyone's got shit going on, and especially for men, which has been the big thing out of this, we're just fighting a fight inside our heads and we don't know where we can turn to or who we can talk to, so we think that we do it alone and we push everyone else away, and that's not the right thing to do, but we don't know where to go. So we just keep fighting it alone. So I think we would just ask for everyone just to be kind in this scenario around Elijah, because he's so sensitive. And the last thing you want to do is be the reason why he does something stupid or feels like he has no one. He should always feel like he has someone around him.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll ask him about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And also just reach out. I think it's been a big reminder. And normally it happens when it's too late, when someone does unfortunately pass away or there's tragic circumstances. It's too late to say, go and check on your mates. Actually go and check on your mates. Go and check in and say that you love them. You might not feel that's something that will help, but you actually might save someone's life.
Every time you and I leave a conversation or leave each other, we say, I love you. And we're always the first ones to stick our hand up and have a chat if like an uncomfortable chat, if there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Like everyone sees the taking the piss out of each other and laughing, but we're very like sensitive behind closed doors, and we can have those conversations. And I think I'm only saying this because I want to encourage everyone else to do the same.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's go Elijah. Let's hope Elijah gets himself right. And wherever it is, whether it's within the football field, off the football field, let's hope he gets right. Andrew Welsh, just the second person in football world to do a citizen's arrest. They're back. They're massively back. The best thing, I think we spoke about this, the best thing about doing a citizen's arrest is that you can just do it. You could just pin anyone down to the ground and then call the cops and wait.
Is it legal though?
I don't know.
You see so many cases in America where that happens and then they end up getting sued for doing the right thing.
Well,
I mean, we're not America, but
depends how far you take it. If you're just rolling around with some handcuffs in your pocket, just waiting to arrest someone and then waiting for police, that feels...
If you're strapped at all time,
ready to go.
Get on the ground,
So the story goes, he was sitting at a restaurant on the Gold Coast. He's up there for the Suns game. This is president of Essendon. And this car out of nowhere, sitting there having a steak, car out of nowhere just smashes into a palm tree. And the guy calls out the car and he just takes off.
Where was he?
Welsh, I don't know, somewhere in Surfers maybe. Then Andrew Welsh gets out and just hunts him down and says, you're not going anywhere until the cops come, and just pinned him until the police came. What bravery.
It's pretty wild.
I don't think I could do that. I know me. I know it's in me. I don't think I've got a citizen's arrest in me.
You don't reckon?
No way. The fact that he does is great.
I did a partial one once.
Oh, whoa.
It was, I used to live on Lower Gold Coast Highway in Burleigh, so I had complete view of the Gold Coast Highway. And this guy was like off his absolute chops, smoked into like 4 cars and caused a pylon, and it stopped all traffic. Then he gets up and he goes, like, I was watching this whole thing unfold, gets down onto my street, goes into Commune, near Light Years there, and just starts smacking waters back, like obviously trying to sober up. And then he starts running away, and I like he was massive, so I was pretty scared, but I was like, hey mate, you better stop because
Don't arrest you, put you on the news.
I was so embarrassed about the way I spoke to him. I had no guts to say it.
He was probably, mate, fuck off, have some waters.
Yeah, well, he turned to me, stared me, like had a vacant stare and just kept walking off.
Yeah,
and I was like, All right, fair enough.
So it wasn't a you.
So that was your citizen arrest.
It wasn't a partial.
I said
citizen arrest at all.
attempted, mate.
You said you
Did I say
thought
partial?
about it.
Yeah,
you
I
said
meant
no, it wasn't
attempted.
at all. Yeah, okay.
But anyway, so when I called the cops, because I'm a snitch, he was he was like 100 meters in my sight still, so I had the sights on him, but I was keeping a fair distance. So yeah, that's me.
So you didn't citizen's arrest. You dibber-dobbed. Arrest.
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's
At least you're in the same world.
Yeah.
No, I'm got that in me. We need I don't know how we do this, but we need to do a test where maybe you're the person that, for the test, you crash into a tree and then we line up Michael Voss and Andrew Welsh next to each other.
Let's see what happens.
And they both take turns attacking to the ground and see who did the better one. That's what I need in my life.
So where could I crash my car? Insurance job for sure as well.
Well, that
Yeah,
seems illegal.
100%
That
insurance
seems illegal.
job.
Maybe that as well. Yeah, I don't know. But well done to Andrew Welsh. That's very, very cool.
Yep, very proud of him.
All right, the Isuzu D-MAX Hotline doing this one again. A great round of football, as we said. So I'm sure we'll have some things here from people, whether it be emotional, high emotions, angry emotions, sad emotions, maybe some reasonable takes, which doesn't seem to be the thing we normally get on the hotline. Let's go to Harley.
Goz, Joey, how good are the Roos and how good's Cooper Trembath? Literally picked up playing for Blackburn. Who would have picked? North Melbourne's been dying out for a partner for Larky for so long. And it's just some random kid out of Blackburn.
Yeah, it was so obvious that he was just hiding himself in Blackburn out there. So there are, as we said, there are going to be other people out there and players who are just hiding in these local leagues. You need to go and find them. If you see someone you think that might be the next, Robin to Batman, message the club.
Yep.
Send them a DM and say, hey, I'm here at Bayswater. It's 10 a.m. It's Div 3 football, number 81 on a wing. Looks unbelievable.
He looks good.
As much as you can do.
Yeah, so Geelong go to Ireland, North go to Blackburn.
Yeah.
Every team needs to find their city that they go to, or country.
And they found it.
Yep.
Let's go to Ned. Oh, this is Ned.
What's going on, rats?
Ned, you're right.
And rifle. It's Ned here. Just watched that fucking Survivor bus challenge and picked up that Alex stood over the line on that last kick. So I'm calling I want a rematch in Adelaide. Fuck that. The 12-hour bus was enough. In all seriousness, though, Essendon's winning the fucking flag this year. What a moral fucking victory.
That's Ned. That's the guy Ned. So if you haven't seen it,
He's so good.
Ned's so good to us. So Ned was on our DDF Survivor series, which is on YouTube now. He posted on Friday. He came runner-up and obviously filthy about the kicking system. I mean, we're not going to do a rematch. That would be impossible.
So he called Tom Alex. Will, yeah.
Oh, so he called Will Tom. So he didn't even know the guy who was competing against his name, the disrespect.
He didn't know anyone's name. Remember the penguin?
come
He
on.
had no idea who he was.
He wasn't good with names. Also, when we were making the last leg from, what was the last town? Murray Bridge to Adelaide, it was a long trip, but all over each other. And they knew they got on the finals, so they didn't have to be nice to each other and play the game. Apparently, they were just going at each other hard. And Ned turned to Will and said, yep, time is a currency, and I've all about fucking spent mine with you. And started sledging each other. So go and watch that. It's on YouTube now.
Yeah, he was the man. I actually promised him one of these 13 beers hats that's on your desk.
Yeah, they'll be coming out soon.
Are they going
on
live soon?
The website, yeah, we need to do a photo shoot at the pub.
Would it be all right if I give it to him before, or we'll wait?
Yeah, no, we can get Ned one.
Yeah,
for sure.
I did promise him.
Okay, let's go to Kurt. Kurt Tippett.
You know what, guys? It's finally cold enough in Queensland for me to wear my Pies scarf. And wearing it the fuck I am. I got no idea what's going on in this league. I have absolutely no clue whatsoever what to expect from each round. I'm in amazement.
Why is he out of breath?
Genuinely, the greatest game on earth. I love how unpredictable it's gotten. I feel like it's going to be Swans Hawks for the grand final, and Hawks will smash them.
Yeah. Obviously, that was Kurt was obviously climbing up some kind of hill, maybe on Mount Kosciuszko or something like that. So I get that he's very unpredictable. I also feel like I can predict what's going to happen. It feels like every team in the league can win a game except for Carlton. On their day, any team can win except for Carlton. It's just, that's where it's going.
And Richmond, probably.
Oh, and Richmond, they're shit. They stink. And then we go to John to finish things off.
Let's go, Johnny.
G'day, Little Rich and Big Joey.
Don't like that.
I like it.
Is it up the same hill?
I've just had enough of Richmond right now.
Ah.
Like, I just need a win. I just need one win to see that there's an ounce of fucking hope in this football club, because what the fuck are we doing? Seriously, like, I'm losing hope. We've got young guys. I feel good about our team. We've got some good players. We're going to build something nice, you know what I mean? Couple of years, we're going to be dangerous, but mate, like, this is just fucking bad football, and I'm just not fucking having it. I'm not having it. Adam Uze is a rat.
Yeah. I mean, that's strong. He would be, yeah. Is he a rat? Don't know if he's a rat. It is tough to watch.
Sounds like a defeated man.
And I get it. That'd be most Richmond fans. They're down bad. It's tough football to watch. You want to go and watch your football team or sit down in front of the TV and at least think and believe that you're a chance. But you sit down if you're a Tigers fan and go, I know we're no chance here. And then it gets worse and worse and worse. And then you go, I hate football. Let's lodge 45 chopsticks down both my retinas and bleed from the eyeballs. And if you're like me, you need gear that works as hard as it plays. That's why you've got to check out the Isuzu D-MAX. This thing is a weapon. Whether you're on the tools during the week or heading bush for a weekend camp, the D-MAX eats it up. We're talking 3.5-ton towing capacity. You can chuck the trailer, chuck the boat on the back. No dramas at all. And with 4x4 grunt, you can get off-road and actually enjoy yourself knowing you're in the right vehicle that can handle it all. Rugged, reliable, and built for real Aussie conditions. Go your own way with the Isuzu D-MAX. Let's get into the games. A recap of round 7. We started in Geelong. Now, this was pretty rough to kick off the double slate.
Friday night sucked.
Yeah, Friday was tough.
Yeah.
It was really tough. So the league came out. We had the big conjecture, and I guess we complained about why there was a doubleheader on a Friday night. And they came out and said, well, because the markets that both the games are in, the Sydney market, and when we put the Sydney game on, they don't care about Victorian Dogs v Cats football. They'll just watch the Sydney game anyway. And we're going to try and drive foot traffic to the Sydney game. So even if these games were on different time slots, they weren't going to watch that game. So we'll just put them on the same time and we're still going to come out on top.
That's such bullshit.
How about just for the neutral fan? How about for the fans that are on the couch?
Yeah.
How about them? So let's get into the Cats 131, Dogs 56. Dogs had the worst night of their life here. So Jez kicks 10, got their asses handed to them, and then everyone gets injured, including the one player that just couldn't get injured on their team to make them a premiership team, Sam Darcy. Jez kicking 10 was unreal. Yes, he outscored the Dogs single-handedly.
And people been talking shit about him this year, saying like he's not up for it, he wants to retire.
I heard people say he fell off.
And he just goes bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needed that.
Yeah, well, he kicked 7 goals going into it, so he did need it.
Yeah.
And then kicked 10 goals.
What's that Drake lyric? I had someone tell me fell off.
I needed that.
They didn't want to see me pick me up, and now I leave it at. I know an exaggerated thing. Now I gotta like that.
So I think anytime one guy outscores the entire team, we look at a new system where, yes, they lose, but we also we take 4 premiership points off them. Because one guy can't outscore 25 other guys.
He actually
That's
is
embarrassing.
Insane.
Embarrassing. He just did things. We knew early he was going for it. When he kicked 7.5, you knew that he was going to kick 10 somewhere.
Was it 5 in the first?
He went, I think it was 4 or 5. But he just looked dangerous.
There was even a time where I remember Baz had a mark from outside 50 or just outside 50, just inside 50, sorry. And he was like looking for Jez. And Jez is like, no, you got it. Like, kick it. Like, I'll kick like 3
I'll get there
more.
anyway. Yeah, I know what I'm dealing with here in this defense. I'll get there. Don't worry.
But it wasn't like he was playing selfishly or anything. He like just genuinely just kicked him organically.
He did ask for a lot of balls around the back from danger, particularly on the left side for a snap.
But he's so good at it. So why wouldn't you?
Sure, you would give it to him. So he became the first player to kick 7 goals at halftime since he kicked 7 goals at halftime in 2024 against the Eagles. Anytime you kick 7 at halftime, you've just got to be... It must be the best feeling in the world.
Yeah. I did it against Coomera Magpies once.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count at all. The Dogs look like genuine dog piss. And then they turned into genuine dog shit when everyone got injured. So it was a pissing and shitting situation at Alphabet Stadium from the dogs out there. It was all bad. It was so bad. They couldn't get their hands on the football at all. Again, the one problem they have that all this stems from is they don't have a ruckman. They threw Louis Emmett in there. Louis Emmett is probably 2 or 3 years away from just eating heaps of tin and building muscle to be able to compete with the big boys.
Yep.
So that's not his fault. That's his body's fault and how young he is. And when he does that, he'll be able to compete. Mitch Edwards for the Cats just put on... At one point, it was like he was playing volleyball.
He flies at everything, eh?
He's got no... it's like he's got no peripheral vision. Is that the word, peripheral?
Yeah, peripheral, yeah.
He's got none of those. He's got the blinkers on and
Yep.
it's up at the ball. And if someone gets in his way, he doesn't care what colour Guernsey you're wearing.
Yep.
He was spiking these balls out like you wouldn't believe. And then, I'm going to say it wrong again, oyster sauce mullen.
How good is he?
Oseen is just... He put the Irish clamps on Bond. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, absolutely smoked him.
Just shut him down. Bond had 14 and for the first time in his career didn't take a mark or have a single tackle. You got Oishind massively. That is, what an unbelievable game. He turns into this... They've turned him into some kind of Irish tagging weapon. And
It's so unfair because he can just shut down your best player no matter what.
And he loves it.
Yeah, and he's done it to Daicos, done it to Bont, done it to everyone.
He gets great joy out of it.
Yeah.
Because we're big in Ireland with the 0.1% listenership we have there. So they obviously know that, what goes on in this game. But it's like that he has come to terms with, I'm not good at kicking the ball yet, but I'm very good at just following a guy around. Like I'm extremely good at that. And that's all you need to be. And it adds to the argument of why would the Cats go to the draft when they can just go to Ireland?
And they hate it too over in Ireland. I've seen a bunch of videos about Mullen getting signed to Geelong. Like they bloody hate the fact because he was going to be one of the best in Gaelic football.
We go over there and poach him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's a
okay.
gun.
Geelong go over there and just poach their best Gaelic footballers.
Well, now he's the best tagger in the AFL.
Because I
far.
think he's the Nick Daicos of Gaelic football.
Really?
I made that up. Don't know, but I think
That's
so.
probably, yeah.
I think he's up there.
I think so.
He'd be at least the Bont of Gaelic football. I think Mark O'Connor's really good at it. He is, obviously, won a premiership with him. But it adds, they just go there and they pick just Irish superstars. They don't go to the draft, they go to Ireland instead. And it's actually smart play. Why would you go to the national draft here in Australia when you can go to a whole country?
Mate, Geelong do
And take
the
your best.
weirdest shit and it just works.
It
They
works.
got a steeplechaser and now he's played 300 games.
Yeah.
And they go to Ireland and just get the best taggers of all time.
If you're a tap dancer somewhere in Doncaster or somewhere going, you know what, I'm not sure if this is for me, Chris Scott might walk past and just pick you up and turn you into a 300 game player.
Yep, legitimately.
Yes, Ash.
Sam's just passed on that they don't get paid at all in Gaelic football.
Don't they? Not a cent. That seems illegal.
What
So
do
they
they
have
get?
to work their
Free
jobs
Guinness?
and then play. Oh, so you play for pride. You play for your county, you play for pride. You don't play for money.
See, I rate that.
Yeah, also get paid though. If it's their biggest national sport. Must get free Guinnesses or something like that. It has to be something there.
And a ton of chicks.
Well, I've never been to Ireland. I'm sure there's women there. I'm sure there is. I couldn't name one Irish woman right now off the top of my head. Name one.
Adele.
She's from UK. Irish woman. Irish woman.
Oh,
The one that sung
the
that
girl that
Jota
sings
song.
Zombie
Who's that?
from the Cranberries.
No, nothing.
Zombie, what's in your head?
Yeah, true. Maybe her. Okay, there's one. There
I'll
we go.
find out.
So that's confirmed. There are women in Ireland. That's great. But yeah, they
Fiona
do.
Shaw.
Dolores O'Riordan.
Fiona Shaw.
Oh, wait.
Fiona Shaw. That's a
Dolores.
joke.
No, that's Harry's auntie.
Sure.
No, Harry
Harry
Potter.
who? Harry Styles?
Harry Potter.
Oh, sure
What's
to
her
be
name?
sure.
Fiona Shaw.
Oh, to be sure.
Oh, sure to be sure, Fiona.
Dolores O'Riordan is from Zombie. It's from the Cranberries.
Who?
Dolores O'Riordan. I said Dolores. when I
That's
read
the
it
most
out
Irish
earlier.
name of all time. I get that. Yeah. Well, shout out to Ireland. We love them. We love
Yeah.
them listening there. Thanks to Fiona and to
Dolores.
Delora.
Maybe we'll go there at the end of the year.
I'll never go to Ireland.
Well, Ireland's mad. I've never been there, but it's mad.
No, I could go there. We could do a trip there. If they do the international series, we'll
You
go
can
to
probably
Ireland.
play if it's free.
I'll play county Gaelic football. I'm in for that. We're getting distracted here about whether Ireland have women or not. They definitely do.
Hey, what are we talking about?
We're talking about Oisin Mullen being amazing football.
All right.
That's what we're talking about.
Next thing.
Then I said Sam Darcy in my run sheet here. So I actually didn't have Ireland don't have women on the run sheet. Sam Darcy didn't eat.
Yeah, that's
Done for the
sad.
season. So they're done. They're done. Their whole season went down when his body went down.
Oh, I wouldn't say they're done completely.
Nah, they can't win the flag. It's over. Pack it up.
What?
Yeah, they can't win the flag.
Mate, are you serious?
Yeah.
Aaron Norton's flying.
Timestamp it. They won't win the flag.
Oh, what a fucking good pick.
They won't. They can't. You think they can still?
I think there's still a massive chance. They need to get healthy.
Yeah, they need his knee to heal in 6 months.
Hey, well, Doc did it.
Doc's a freak, though. And mentally not there.
Tom Green's going to do it.
True, maybe. It's just too much. I think that it was shitty to see, is what it was.
Yeah, it's terrible.
When he went down, no contact. Now, you did, and because you're a nice guy, you took the best case scenario in our group chat and said maybe he's done that thing where he stretched all the ligaments again and he hasn't done any damage. But no, he definitely tore his ACL.
Yeah, you can see in the vision his tibia move forward.
Yeah.
That's what the journalist was saying.
Why do we even have ACLs?
They hold your knee together from behind.
But do we need them?
We should get rid of ours.
Yeah.
Isn't there that basketballer that tore his ACL?
He wasn't born with any.
He wasn't born with
No.
any?
Nope.
So you don't need him?
Who
You
was
don't
that
need
again?
Not sure, but I don't know why we have them. If they just tear all the time, and they give you the most pain. It doesn't make any
Dwayne
sense.
Blair.
Yeah,
From,
I don't like to get that
rebounding machine.
because at any moment, like we could just walk down the street right now, take a sharp turn, snap, knee gone. I don't know why we have them. I got to come up with some kind of AI ACL system that instead of taking your whole career away from you like that, it gives you like a reward.
Your ACL stabilizes the knee joint and connects the thigh bone, your femur, to your tibia. So they're pretty important.
I don't like them.
Let's get rid of them.
I don't like them.
Stamp that out of the game, Graham Swan.
Yeah. That ground's cursed as well. So this is actually scary. It's cursed for Sam Darcy, his family.
What's his name?
Greg Swan, man. Graham Swan.
Mate, you're talking about cocks and dicks.
Yeah, that will not make it. That ground is cursed. So Sam Darcy, his family, and the dogs. 2005 in round 6, at that ground, his dad did his ACL.
Yeah.
That's scary. That's really bad. So it's just the worst. He also took it like an absolute champ. Did one punch, bang, on the ground, then got up and started running.
Yeah, and then he was getting around the boys at half time and like in the huddle.
He just loves the club.
Yeah, I love him.
Loves the club.
Good man.
Then from there, everyone started getting injured. So Libba got knocked out, Lobb hurt his hamstring, O'Donnell hurt his hamstring. So shitty night. And shitty 2 weeks. Gone from clear flag kind of favourites and the hottest team to win it in the league, the way they were playing, to not being able to win the big one now.
Yeah, I
think
feel like
it's
they've
bad.
been cursed ever since that Essendon game when English went down. Like they were expected to smoke them by like 100.
Yeah.
Didn't. Lost English. Richards got hurt in the game before, like in the warm-up with his knee. Then he wasn't going to play next week and then played and then injured himself with his ankle. Yeah.
Are you blaming Essendon?
No. I'm saying that was like
Something happened
that was
at
the
Marvel.
defining moment.
Some magical thing happened at Marvel where they swapped.
Do you know what it was? It's the
Powers.
roof being open at Marvel. That's why they've never opened it. We just figured it out.
Because if they release it, then the spirits go back to their teams.
Yeah.
Wow.
How bad is that?
Something has happened because the Dons now look very competitive and the Dogs just look injured.
Oh, what if they've like swapped like that like Mike or
Space
Freaky
Jam.
Friday.
Thunderstruck?
Yeah, no, Space Jam.
There's a Space Jam going on. Oh, well.
Space
It's
Jam.
not good. I'll tell you who also looked...
Yeah, we're Unk.
Tell you who
Space
else
Jam.
looked hurt and injured?
Who?
Bevo's security guard.
Oh, the peg leg, the pirate.
Oh, allegedly a pirate. Oh, we don't know he's an actual pirate.
Haven't you seen him run
His
around?
knees don't bend. He got no ACLs. That guy has no ACLs.
Yeah, he runs like a pirate. He's got peg legs.
he's got no range in those knees. He does to Joey's credit, he does run very much like he's on pegs.
I swear, actually, after halftime, that's all we talked about for the
Yeah,
rest
it
of the
was.
game.
The game was done. We talked about his running technique.
Yeah, for so long.
So if someone does, say, Catman jumps over the fence and goes, Bevo, and just starts sprinting at him, that security guard is not cutting a single angle. He was...
You know, he's waddled into that
couldn't
guy.
deal with
Why is
me.
it always with Bevo though?
I think Bevo just likes him. He must be a good bloke.
But Bevo's one of the only coaches that's always sprinting around the bench. Like that's the worst person to do
Bevo
it with.
actually is always running on the boundary line, isn't he?
Why does he have to have that?
If you shut your eyes, you just immediately see Bevo just running on the boundary line to get down. Like he can just walk.
Yeah, he's just sprinting for Tom Morris every time.
Yeah, he wants to set
He
a
wants
point
his
real
blood.
quick. That security guard, I feel for him. He would have been so sore. He would have been in the ice bath after the game. him and the dog's doctor. They were the two hardest runners of the night.
Is that the bloke with the chops?
Yeah,
He's the man.
And you just knew the poor security guard when Bevo started coming down and running the boundary. On his face, he's like, "For fuck's sake!" And just did his run. I love that guy. We should have a running race with him or something.
Yeah, we should. Out of any coach in
Just
the
to see his
AFL,
speed.
out of any coach in the AFL, Bevo is the least likely to need a security guard as well.
Bevo couldn't handle
He
business.
could mix them on shit.
He'd give one to Fly. Stephen King could handle himself. Michael Voss can handle himself, we know.
Kingsley would dominate everyone.
Fagan.
Fags would need one, yeah. Yeah, that guy would need some help out there.
Nah, he'd be
Shit
like a
turns
wizard
out.
or something. He'd have like mind control and be able to stop him.
He'd use his manners. Say, gents, let's talk about this calmly. Okay, so we're seeing the Dogs now not in a good spot. We know they're not in a good spot. English needs to come back straight away. Straight away to fix
Yeah,
that.
they need him.
Norton now go forward more. It's just not. It just feels out of sorts. The whole thing.
I don't
Even-
think it's all doom and gloom. I think they'll still push for the playoffs, the finals.
Yeah, playoffs, wildcard weekend.
I've been doing that all weekend, man. Saying playoffs instead of finals. Feel like
It's
a
just their
moron.
defense as well. It's just undermanned and has holes in it everywhere. Very, very Swiss cheese like. Anytime Jez is kicking 10 on you, very easily 10 as well.
Well, James O'Donnell went down as well, and he got given a bath. But he'd been playing so well this whole year up until that point.
For the Cats, they just have so many weapons. Anytime Danger can just sit forward the whole game.
So unfair.
Doesn't need to go in the midfield anymore because Baz and Holmes are doing their own thing. And now Tanner Bruin can go in there. You've got Atkins, so they're just planning him forward. That seems unfair for him just to be a weapon up there. So, okay, once again, it'll be hard to beat. Going to be hard to beat. They're also going to have a lot of games where they can't be fucked in the games, but they just get a result. They just want to play in the big games come September.
It's just so unfair that they get to play at Cardinia Park, train there exclusively, have such different dimensions to any other field, and they play it so well.
And they love milestone games.
You go down there in a milestone game on Friday night, you're done for.
Yeah. So we're on to Blitzstars 300 and College Asney 200. They were never losing those.
Bob Sacamano was spotted there as well.
In the crowd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we know who he is.
We actually do.
Yeah, we can't reveal it yet.
Wow, I actually don't. I'm out of the loop, but you guys do.
Yeah.
Okay.
We won't reveal it yet. We'll give him his flowers.
Okay. Also, Graham Myers suspected ACL with the club investigating. So that feels like there's a prime suspect. Is it just his ACL? I think we just solved that case straight away.
Yeah, hey, well done.
Mitch Cleary tweeted, I said, hey, Mitch, I think we just know who it is. It's his knee.
So what's the go? Is it maybe there's something leading to it? He did it like a couple of weeks ago and was playing through it?
Yeah, it's like those ones where
just
who
proves
did
that
one
you don't
last
need one?
year in the season? Hipwood.
Oh, yeah. He had an ACL tear the whole year or something, didn't he?
I think it's like that. So they're suspecting he has one of those. But you could just say
How do you not notice it? How could you not notice you've done your ACL?
Well, it just proves that how useless they are.
They just got that dog in him. They just keep running on ACLs. All right, let's go to the other game that was on at the same time. This one was rough. Swans 107, Giants 66. So late start to the game for everyone because we had a game before that. And then we had an hour delay in the middle of it at halftime because of the lightning and the rain that was around. There was 2 strikes, and when there's a strike of lightning, you have to wait another half an hour for it to clear. So then the fans at halftime, when they came back out of the game, half the stadium was gone. I don't blame them either. When there's lightning and you're waiting an hour for the teams to run out after halftime, probably just pack it up and go home at that point. So I didn't realise also that Sydney call it the Derby or Derby. I'm so confused what it is.
Yeah, don't say it because you'll get bombarded with messages.
I get abused every time I say Derby or Derby. I'm not sure what you want me to do.
Yeah, maybe it's Dorby.
I'm saying Dorby from now on.
Yeah, Dorby for sure.
So Sydney call it the Derby, Derby, Dorby.
Yep.
And the Giants call it Battle of the Bridge. Sydney, pick one.
Maybe
Pick a
it's
new one.
Sydney already, it's not really a battle for them because they already own the bridge.
Well, they don't own the bridge.
We should call it the battle of the 2 Sydney AFL teams.
Nah, that's got no bite in it.
You don't like it?
They need to come up with a name. Battle of the...
GWS versus Sydney.
We'll workshop it.
Yep.
I'm not sure. We'll get a name for it for the next time they play each other. I would have liked some more fighting in this game. Felt very nice. There were a couple spot fires here and there, but nothing... I wanted Toby Green, call Papley fat again or something like that. That's what I wanted. There was none of that.
Well, the Lizard tried. He
To call
kicked
him
that
fat?
mad. He kicked that mad goal
he
and then
did.
got in everyone's grill.
Yeah, that was the one moment where I thought it was going to boil over. But before that, it's like the Giants were throwing the first punch waiting for someone to retaliate, and they didn't, and then they had to stop fighting each other. Giants are good fighters.
Oh, yeah.
If I had to pick one team to win a fight, like a Royal Rumble, if you put every team on the field and it's last man standing, a Giants player will win it. Not sure who, but they're good at fighting. They can throw punches, that team. They also just kicked. The way they lost this game is unbelievable. So they kicked 18 points, had 4 more scoring shots, and lost by 41. Their biggest loss in history when they've had more scoring shots than the other team. 2-8 in the third quarter. So they shot themselves then by not kicking goals. Toby Green kicked 5 points. Just kick. Hey, boys, kick a goal. So frustrating. Frustrating.
I did note that if you're a Giants fan looking at this game, you're looking at it like, all right, half our team is on a stretcher.
Yep.
On the injury list, and they were brutally inaccurate, and Toby Green kicked 5 behinds.
And then Jesse Hogan's laid out to start the game.
I'm pretty sure they had 4 more scoring shots than Sydney.
Yeah, they did.
So you're looking at that. If you
lost by 41.
Yeah. So if you the fact that they could have won despite that and the injury list, you're still looking at as a GWS fan going, season's not over.
No, not over at all. No, I'm convinced that they'll be fine. I am also convinced that the footy gods hate them at the moment. When Jesse Hogan goes down, and then Callum Brown came in.
Yeah, Cal Brown.
He would have felt like he was stuck in Sydney's biggest escape room because he played VFL, got to the ground at 1, I think.
He was there for 12 hours, wasn't he?
Plays a half of the VFL, and then gets pulled from that game after hearing Jesse Hogan goes down, then does the warm-up with the AFL team. They get delayed in that game. They finish till, he's there till midnight after the game. There for a long time. That's way too long to be at the SCG. No one should ever spend 12 hours at the ground.
That's a big day.
It's a massive day there. But I'm not going to overreact on them right now. I think they're going to be fine. Once everyone comes back and, as you said, their players come out and off the stretches and start playing together, I think they mess you up in a wild card.
Yeah, absolutely. I think just to weather the storm for a bit, they should just get Kingsley in as player coach.
I'm not opposed to that. Is that legal?
Yeah.
No, it's just definitely not legal. It should be. That should be an option. I wonder if they do that because they do that at local football. I wonder if we'll ever see a player coach in the AFL.
Maybe, we should tune the rules to be more like local.
Oh, we'll change the rules all the time. What's this one? This is a good rule. Imagine if imagine Aiden Kingsley could just come down at 3/4 time with spraying shots left, right, and centre, and he just puts himself in the middle.
Fuck it, I'm going in, coach. Put me in.
Put me the fuck in. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm happy to mark this now. A lot of big calls coming this app. They'll play finals.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Also, James Jordan kicked the first and last goal of this game.
That's cool, Sat.
Yeah.
Bookend him. So I wonder how many people have bookended goals in games.
He was the first one ever.
No, that's another fake stat you've just made up right now. Grundy was huge again.
Yeah, he was big.
He's a guy that is all about business, putting the boys on his back to set the tone, and then lets them go and fill in the gaps between the game. But then it always comes back to him just being a giant in the middle. 27 touches, 37 hit outs. He just gets to work. And then, are you going to do your victory lap here again for J-Mac?
I'm just doing it the whole season.
26-2.
He just looks so good. Their offense runs through him.
Yeah.
Everything I said in that when I vouched for him is coming to light.
It felt crazy when you said it.
He's just one of those weird players that I've been keeping an eye on for his whole career.
Who else you keep an eye on?
Nick Madden.
Nick Madden's a big son of a bitch.
Yeah. I want him to be good.
He's like Braden Bruce.
He looks cool as well.
He looks scary. Yeah. Not strong yet.
He's got the long braids. Looks sick.
Yeah. You just know he'd drive a scary car.
Why?
I don't know. He looks like a guy that'd be really high up behind you and he'd be right up your ass. And he'd get out and scare you.
Like a Ford Ranger?
Something like that. I also had that Clary's back. Clary's all the way back.
Yeah, he's
having
killing
a great season here.
Yep.
37, averaging 32 a game. And probably if this game's closer, probably wins a medal, maybe going up against Blakey. I also love Phoenix Scott Hard. He's a player.
He's actually playing really well. Yeah.
He's a real guy.
Yep.
Zippy. Also got some dog in him.
Yeah, doesn't give up.
Nah. So I like what they're doing there. But Swans, this game is just more about the Swans again confirming that everything's on track for them to just breeze through the season. They'll beat up on the bad teams. They'll win against good teams. They'll look like premiership favourites. And then the danger is the trap's at the very end of the season. At the last week of September, that's the biggest trap for them. Because once they get there, they get caught in the trap and they lose the grand final by 10 goals.
They're a bit like Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal are bottling it at the moment.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, they're like the Arsenal. They are.
Yeah. They lead. They're always first, and then last second they'll come second.
That's the general consensus from Swans fans right now, is that last week is their biggest challenge in the season. In season, very good. Get to finals.
Yeah, they're on top of my power rankings to lose a granny.
Yeah. That's a weird power ranking to have. You've created that one. Who's second then?
No, it's just them at the moment.
Just one out.
Yeah.
So,
Probably Freo, actually.
And I can't say anything about this team that I don't like. I like it. I haven't got a reason to pick them apart. They just look really good at football.
Yep.
And that's all we need to do in April, going into May, June, July, August, September. Danger, 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 danger. See, the Super Saturday was the best Super Saturday of all time, as we said.
It was actually unreal.
Saturday, Super Saturday was up there with I got married, I had Poppy, and then this random Super Saturday.
Fuck off.
It's the best Super Saturday of my life.
That is such a
Now 1 and
shit
2
call.
you could swap. Like I don't want to make Anna angry or Poppy angry because both are the best days of my life. But this Super Saturday, third best day of my life.
Maybe you should just put it 1.
Or
And then let Anna and Poppy fight over 2.
Disrespectful to my family. But if they would listen to the podcast, it might be up there a little bit. It was pretty good. Suns 119, Essendon 110. So as we said, I don't know what happened at Marvel. We think there's some kind of Space Jam going on. They're now dangerous and they're just good at football. And also in that week, obviously the Marvel thing happened where they swapped powers with the Dogs. But then the fans took flames to the field and Zach Merritt's wife left the game at halftime. Need more of it.
Yeah.
Maybe they need more fire.
No. They just leave it as is because they're dominating. They're playing very well.
And if their form drops, then they just light their training facility on fire
absolutely.
again.
Just give them another kick up the arse.
It's a weird way to go about things to get yourself right.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to question it.
Well, ever since Brad Scott's had that coaching clinic in Adelaide, they've been on fire. Maybe he learned some stuff.
He's also getting a personality in his presses. He told everyone who has injuries right now to cry him a river. There's a lot of teams out there complain about their injuries and length of season, and he turned around and said, we had 20 last year, cry me a river. Got a bit of just anger in him.
He also
They had their entire list play last year. They're the only team. They had their entire list play last year.
That'll hold them in good stead in the long run.
Yeah.
He also went into bat for Butters as well.
What did he
see
say?
that?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He said he couldn't believe it.
Him and Chris Scott, they just hate the AFL. Like in their press conferences, their last 2, they've just gone at them.
Well, Brad was on track to run the league.
I want Brad Scott to grow hair. Like grow his long hair, like so he can look like Chris Scott. Because Chris Scott looks like he has aura.
Yeah.
It's just all Brad's missing.
He's getting more. I love he's getting more personality, Brad.
He's turned into Ross the Boss.
He's not happy. But they were great in this game. Anytime you kick 100 points again, and anytime you kick 110 points and then lose the game, I reckon you go pretty happy with it. And Brad Scott, and we're talking about him, he was onto something. He did say we're all going to die, and it's true we are going to die, but geez, they are playing some good football. Ever since he got real negative with it and sad, they've turned things around.
Yep.
Another morale. It's not 4 physical points, but if we're looking at the morale ladder and now the morale premiership race, they're clear-cut favourites to win it.
Definitely.
They've moved into the stage of where they're at is like we will take these losses as wins, which is great, and you build the season brick by brick off of that. And if you're an Essendon fan going to Anzac Day after playing this game, you have every right to believe that you can mess up Collingwood on Anzac Day.
Absolutely.
Which is just the truth of the matter is they're dangerous right now, but also in a sweet spot of being in the danger zone. Because if you're an Essendon fan, you sit there on the weekend and go, this is awesome. Probably in the last quarter, you go, probably going to lose. I know that, but I'm happy that we're in this game still, and that's enough for me. And then you wake up today and you have that feeling going to Anzac Day, going, what's that in the pit of my stomach? Oh, that's hope. Oh, is that hope next to my large intestine? Oh, is that a bit of hope next to my kidneys? All I need. But that's the most dangerous thing because that hope that'll mess you up too.
Yep.
So I feel for them because they're in a really, really good but also dangerous spot.
I really love that they've put Archie Roberts out of the midfield into that back line and just using him any opportunity they can to get out of that back line.
Getting a lot
He
of footy.
uses it so well. And Zach Merritt, everyone rips on him so much, but he killed it on the weekend.
He was really good. That
So
guy
did
at centre,
Parrish.
their midfield was great. They've done something here. Well, we know what they've done. They know their game plan is to now just keep the ball for as long as they can and build it up. Their pressure was through the roof. I think they had 72 tackles this game. They averaged 51. So he's clearly told them to just go and tackle.
Well, if they hold possession, they're not chasing their ass the whole time. This is what I said. They just need to keep possession of the ball, don't give it up so easily, and then they can just tackle at will when they like in spurts. You know,
They
they don't
will,
have to do it
yeah.
for the entire game.
They will beat a few teams this year because majority of the teams are going for that fast-paced game style now. So if they just get better at this style they've got now, they will beat a few teams.
Yeah. That's the thing. They're not talented as everyone else, but if their game plan is, we know we're not as talented as everyone else, and when we do chase us, we're really bad. Let's just train the 25 guys to go out and chase and tackle and put pressure on. Eventually, you'll be the best in the league at it. Let's remove the footies, boys. Chase each other around for 2 hours of training.
I think they showed enough so we can say that they're not just going to be collecting sympathy the whole year.
I didn't give them much.
I think everyone was.
I felt, I looked at them like that's just messed up. But you're right though. They feel like they could do something this season, which is good. So, I mean, if it wasn't for the Suns being more experienced as well late in the game, they probably would have won this game. They had more clutch moments, the Suns, and they're still working out how to win Essendon. They have no idea how to win. So they're in a stage of how do we even get 4 points? But full credit to Essendon and Brad Scott. When Brad told us that he knows the way out of this thing, he might be right. There clearly is a way out of it. There was a couple of times, and also in this game, like their ability to find ways back into the game. So when there's a couple of times when you thought the Suns were going to kick away here, the Bombers just kept digging and finding and found their way in the game again and again and again. And that's great character. Anytime your team can find a way back into a game, that's great. You talk about Zach Merritt, invested.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if he signs a lifetime deal. Like, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't you just sit there and go, you know what? It's not that bad. I'll sign 3 years here. Done. Makes no sense. But it's probably where it's tracking as well. Elijah Sardis continues his revenge career against Brad Scott, which is a weird dynamic to have a revenge career inside the team you're playing for and the coach you're playing for. But he had 25 again. Archer May is a guy.
Yeah, he's good.
So they're finding some guys now. He was good. He was good off forward. I still find it funny that Dermy goes into the rooms after the games and that Dermy's his stepdad. I wonder if he calls him dad. I don't think so. And you go down for coffee one day and Dermy's just there with his top off going, son. How are you, son? Give a few tips. And then he's just got a ball with his shirt off. He's oiled up. He's just like hip and shoulder on you. Tell you about body technique and stuff. I don't know why he'd be oiled up.
Dermy loves talking about Dermy, eh?
Dermy's Dermy's biggest fan. And sometimes you have to be your biggest fan. So, well done. I like well done. I like that they're playing good football for Brad Scott now. He's gone away from getting sacked and now they're doing some good things. The Suns are frauds. Confirmed frauds. I know that there's no scorecards on the ladder or the fixture. Like golf, you got to win them, and no one knows how you win them or how, there's no way that they can prove that you won that game when you look at this back in, so it's round 24, you look back this round, no one will go, oh, but you just won that game. You just won it. But they don't look great. It looks different to how it started.
I think they're weathering the storm for a bit. They lost Petrarca, who was probably their best midfielder to start, and now they've lost their captain, Noah Anderson. They just need some continuity within that midfield, I think. And they had Bailey Humphrey gone for 2 weeks. Like, they've lost Petrarca and Humphrey. They're two offensive weapons leading that team, and just got one of them. Just got them back, and then lost their captain. They're going to figure it out.
They will. It'll click. I mean, you wouldn't have expected Lockie Weller to kick 2 goals in a row for them to win the game.
Yeah, no.
Like, that was probably not the move that you'd think going into the game. You just think 10-goal win easily.
Yep.
But Lockie Weller saving them, and then the way they started the game was just, they were off. Will Power got done holding the ball twice in 5 minutes, and then Dimmer just got on the phone first 5 minutes and just said, what the fuck are we doing? I was with you guys 5 minutes ago. This is just horrible. And every season, this is my biggest fear of the Suns. Every season so far, it starts off exactly like this. Fun and dangerous. We talk about them as premiership favourites. They're going to be so good. They're going to beat the shit out of teams. Then they lose a game they should win, or it starts to get shaking, and then they come good again, but at the end of the season, it falls over, and you go, that was fun, it looked good, but also, we knew exactly what was going to happen. So I don't want them to be a fun Gold Coast show bag, where on the outside, you go, this is great, this is awesome, it's so fun, then you get into the show bag, and then you start feeling sick from all the chocolates you're eating, and all the stuff inside it breaks. And you go, I knew that was going to happen again, but I'm going to get the same show bag next year.
So you reckon too many birdie beetles?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think they'll come good. They just need some continuity.
Okay. Well, Christian Petrarca's back. He's back in his bullshit.
He's so good.
So good. Ash, does it hurt you? How do you feel as a Dees fan? I want to get a little room temperature here. How does it feel when you see him do the things he's doing right now?
If we were losing like every game it would suck.
Yeah.
But no, it's good to see. Like it's so annoying to see how we're playing now, and you just like imagine if we did have, but maybe we wouldn't be the same team if we did have them. But imagine if we had Track performing how he is now and Clary in our team, like we'd be insane. But
Goody, football terrorist they call him.
I do wish we got to see a season with a different coach and Track and Clary and see if that gelled.
Just something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but well, I get it. He's playing so good. He could be their best mid and their second best forward. It's like he's playing.
That's a great call.
He's playing like he wants to win the Brownlow and the Coleman Medal. He's flushing them every time.
He's literally playing like at the front of the stoppage, no defense, just screaming out, kicking goals, making good decisions. His kicking is so far improved this year as well.
He's worked on it.
Yeah.
All the off-season stuff was him getting his body right, and it's clearly a revenge season for him. But his kicking, as you said, he is lacing. Just targets. The goals are one thing, but around the ground, they're like laser beams.
Yeah.
Just flushing blokes in the chest. He's got blokes in the physio room going, I've got a sore chest. What happened, Track? Lean up at him, fucking put one through my chest.
Do you know who else is in the physio room?
Who?
The umpire from the game.
Oh,
Got absolutely smoked by
number
Tuke Miller.
19. So Tuke Miller got the wrong guy. Nick Foot, this is Nick Foot umpiring game after the week that he's had. Tuke Miller
Say
dislocated.
got the wrong guy.
Tuke Miller got half the memo right. We said take out the umpire, wrong one. Poor 19 got caught in the crosshairs, dislocated his shoulder, goes down, and then he's running with a limp shoulder on the boundary line till he goes off half time. They pop that motherfucker back in. He goes back out there.
Yeah.
Courage to the umpire.
Showed a lot of courage.
But he got flushed.
Yep.
Also was his fault. He turned around to Tuke Miller, then jumped right, and Tuke just flattened him.
Yep.
Man,
He's my Jamison smooth mover of the league.
Yeah, that segment's not till next episode, but I get and we love Jameson as well.
Yeah, I just love him so much, I wanted to bring him up.
True, that's good by you. Yeah, he flushed him. Got him so good. Also, I like that Dimmer put Ethan Reid on a wing.
Yeah.
Ethan Reid is a unicorn.
Yeah.
He can run up and down. At first, into the game, I was going, okay, Dimmer might be going a bit crazy. He's got Ethan Reid on a wing, Mac Andrews in the ruck, but then Ethan Reid was up and down. Push forward, taking marks. That's dangerous to have a 200-centimetre winger.
Just got all these chess pieces he moves around. It's like when Rocket put you in the wing in that preseason.
Yeah, no.
It's the exact same thing. You both dominated.
Do you know when he did that? So there's one preseason that happened where I wasn't a ruck and I wasn't a forward, so I could run. And as you said,
it was all the rage that preseason.
On the Gold Coast, me being on a wing was like Gold Coast bulletin papers. It was happening in trial games. And Rocker said, okay, I haven't got a spot for you, but I see you. You're like a Mark Blitzars. You can run, you get some good skills. We're going to put you on a wing. And then about a week later, I've had 5 touches in Townsville. And I walk into the coach's room and I swear to God, I open the door and I hear Rocker go, Mark Blitzars, he's more like Mark Shitsass. I said, Rocker, I'm not really sure what that means. So I'm not playing this week, and then didn't play on the wing ever again.
Yeah. And then every week it was fucking Rocket in the text message thread.
Yeah. And then he told me round 3 I'll never play with this club again. So I don't play VFL for the rest of the season. Shout out to Rocket. With the Suns, before the game, they also do this mindfulness. Have you seen them do the mindfulness on the ground? It's the most terrifying thing as an opposition when you have 25 guys closing their eyes and just thinking about how many ways they're going to mess you up. And they sit there so calm and then they just sprint.
Yeah.
Man, good luck.
Didn't really work.
Yeah, but anytime you look over at 25 guys locking in for 60 seconds,
Yeah.
that's not good.
So they could have done the hucker, or they do the shut your eyes and just chill.
Still both scary. As terrifying.
I think the hucker's way more scary.
Actually, it's scary. Let's go to Hawks. Superstar day again. 3rd best day of my life. Hawks 89, Port 86. So the Marvel roof was closed because it was too cold. So we were told that they were going to open Marvel roof more on Saturday afternoons or whenever they had a nice day in Melbourne. So we're going to have an open roof scene and feel like, yep, this is cool. We've got the weather's great. We've got the open roof. It's not as hot. It's not a sauna. They said, no, it's too cold, so we're going to keep it closed. Open the roof. Not a cloud in the sky. Let the football gods watch the game with us. Why are you closing us in?
Taking the absolute
It was
piss at this
16
stage.
degrees and they closed the roof on us. Well, you know what? If I go to Marvel to watch a game and it's 16 degrees and there's not a cloud in the sky, I'm getting on the roof and I'm jacking that thing over myself. Got me fucked up if I'm sitting there with a closed roof on a perfect day of football.
Yeah.
I think it also costs a lot of money for them to open and close it.
Does it really?
Some guy accidentally pressed the button once and it cost him some crazy amount of money.
How?
Dunno,
How does that
nothing's for
work?
nothing, I always say. So Hawks, just get out of Marvel with a win here.
Yeah, got lucky.
Yeah, Sam Mitchell walking around the ground laughing, but also shaking his head after the game. And they all, even Sicily came into the game, into the sheds after and was shaking his head.
Yeah.
Going, I have no idea how we've done that. They generally got away with one. So Mitch Georgiades has a shot with 40 seconds to go to win the game, and he's missed a set shot. If he's not on the tight, he's always on a tight angle when he leads out, but if he's not on the tight angle, he's normally pretty good. 45 out, 40 out in
He was
front.
kicking well that game too.
Yeah. So the Hawks, we got off the hook here. Sam Mitchell, there was not an AI system in the world that had an answer for Sam Mitchell. Josh Carr outsmarted him. Josh Carr might be smarter than we think.
Yeah, I think there's no doubt about that.
Big football brain.
He coached very well. I think what happened was we were off to a flyer, and then second quarter, end of the first quarter, rolling into the huddle, smiling, laughs on our faces. How good is this? Everyone's going to have a fill up. Then they come out with their slow game plan, chip mark, sort of just worked and kept the ball off us. I think they had 34-0 marks at one stage. And then every time we got the ball, we were gassed, but we just still tried to blaze away and just kick and go and put the pressure on. We couldn't get anything going.
No.
And because obviously you're tired, you make a few more skill errors, and then that just cost us.
It's not often we say that Sam Mitchell got out-coached. He had nothing. Of course, quarter time he had nothing. Josh Carr was just doing things that we haven't seen them do what they did. So they did the chipping around thing, just chipped holes through the defense, and then that gassed the Hawks. And then they did this thing where they were just kicking to 1v1s. Weren't going down the line to where we know Barras would be or Battle. They would kick to literally 15-meter 1v1s, like a Butters or a Horn Francis, and then just work their way up the field. They refused to kick on the line.
And Horn Francis played so well as well.
Man.
He was unstoppable.
Horn Francis is out of this world.
I love Dimmer. I reckon Blake Hardwick's one of our best lockdown defender, but he got his ass handed to him
He
that
got
game.
bathed.
It's not often you see that. So full credit to Horn Francis there.
He could sit forward and kick 50 goals a season.
Absolutely,
Easily.
he could.
He's so dangerous.
So dynamic.
But they're in this position, Port, where they need him and Zach Butters in the middle to at least get some kind of control in the game. Zach Butters, again, he just plays so angry all the time and backs it up with skill. He can do whatever he wants in the field. I love pre-game that they made him shake the umpire's hands. His appeals today as well. Forgot that was going on.
That was 100% a move.
Oh, yeah. And they were shaking his hand.
That was the biggest PR I've ever seen.
They were shaking his hand and turning it over so their hands were on top.
Oh, the umpies.
You know the power shake?
Yeah.
You shake someone's hand and you flip your hand to on top. It means you're the big dog.
You flipped that motherfucker.
So if I'm a Port fan, I'm so happy with this game. I'll take it. It's great. But also get to as many games as you can or watch as many Port games as you can watching Zach Butters because he's not going to be there next season. He is gone.
He loves his new home deck at Marvel.
That was a great interview if he wants to go to Hawthorn.
Yeah. It was an interview game, which he is linked to Hawthorn. I think he just wants to play for the Dogs.
He's going with the Dogs for sure.
He wants to play with Bond.
Yeah.
Are you locking that in?
Yeah, I'm locked in.
Has he
And
knows
Ben King Collingwood.
So I can't talk to him because he's blocked me, but he knows that Bond's 30. Unless they've lied to him and said, no, Bond's 25.
The Bond could play until he's 40. He's that good.
Not if Oishi Mullen's running around.
Yeah, that's true, but he's not versing him every game.
Maybe Oishi Mullen might be a contracted player for one game every team can hire
You're
him.
just a free agency pool every game.
I hope they have told these because I know that you love the Dogs and you want to go there, but Bond won't be there forever.
But Butters can be his own man there.
He can. Him in that midfield would be crazy. It would be ridiculous. What else I have here? Oh, Sam Mitchell. So he at the halftime break, he'd close the door on the team meeting. So we get to see what went on in there, but you just know he would have lost his shit. Would have punched the whiteboard again for sure. Or his computer system.
Do you reckon he's the type of person to lose his shit though? He seems so cool, calm and collected. Even when he went down in the second quarter, went down from the box to the bench, he was just sort of talking very casually.
Or he dragged Guinea to talk about it.
Yeah. And Guinea's his on-field coach at this stage.
He is a player coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually is. No, he would lose his shit. He had bloody knuckles against the Giants.
Yeah, but
That could have been blood
He's
capsules.
probably just playing blood knuckles with Kingsley at half time.
That's psycho they are. It was bad by them all round. After the 3 quarters, it was bad. The first quarter was good. Then for 90 minutes, it was a game plan of just hang on for dear life because Porter coming.
Yeah, we were done for. Port are like our bogey team. But they were 2-0 at Marvel before that. Hey?
They're like our Essendon.
Yeah,
They're like our Richmond.
Port are literally, they were 2-0 at Marvel before that game.
Yeah.
And obviously we've had the history with Ken Hinkley with the plane and stuff that still
You want to
pisses me
let it
off
go. You got to let it
somehow.
go.
I actually don't know why I can't get over it.
You have to move on
It
from
annoys
it.
the fuck out
You
of
got
me.
20K off him and he said sorry. And then you did it back to him. You got to let it go.
In my private jet.
Oh, but when you're playing a team like Port, when you are the favourites, sometimes you just got to get out of there with a win like that.
Yep.
Just duck a loss and get out and bounce, even though you know you play bad football. Sam's one move that he did do was throw Impey behind the ball, I think, after time, and then put Sicily forward. That was a good move. That worked. Impey took so many marks behind the ball.
Impey was dominating.
Took so many. So that seemed like that trick move. Nick Watson kicked 5. Did a lot of his damage early, but still kicked 5. So we take that. And then Cashdeer playing. Cashdeer was good.
Cashdeer dominated. Like he actually had a really good game. I think he had 8 score involvements as well.
He clearly is mentored by Jack Gunston because he did the same thing where he lined up behind the goal umpire and his back was so confused and rattled by it.
So they just got one player that does that every week.
I think if you're the deepest and Jack Gunston's playing, you're always starting the cheer squad. That must be the thing. It just drags him out. A lot of weird things happen in this game. Massimo D'Ambrosio just became a contested marking beast. He saved the game with 1 mark.
Yeah.
When did he become sticky mitts?
What about that specky he took on the wing?
Just started
He like
grabbing
flew
everything.
over everyone. Mark of the year.
It was, yeah. So that's all you say from the Hawks. And they just move on. They'll never talk about it again. I'd be surprised if they even review it. Just move on, take the win. They've won 5 in a row now. And that's all you do. Keep winning on your way to finals. I'm a big, big, big fan of Josh Carr. I think he's the right guy. Jump in the car and start this thing because I wasn't off him or didn't think that he couldn't be the guy. But sometimes when you come into a coaching position as a coach who is in a rebuild, even though they're saying they're not rebuilding, you think this guy isn't going to be the guy that takes us to wins. He's just holding a seat for someone else to come in and be the guy. I thought Josh Carr might be that. I'm now convinced he is.
Yeah, if I'm a Port fan watching that game and even just like watching the last couple of weeks, very competitive against St Kilda. Probably should have beat them as well. And then definitely should have won that game against us. You're looking at the team, like the players and the profile and the development and then the coaching. You're sitting in a pretty spot, I think, for the future coming years, not this year particular.
So this is what he said post-game, which made me believe more and buy more into him being the guy.
You feel sorry for yourself, you feel your confidence, all that sort of stuff. That's bullshit, right? What we do, we address our form, okay? And our form is getting better. And that's what we take into next week. We don't take, oh, we lost the game and we feel bad. No, we take the form, we get better, and we accountable again. That's it. And no one feels sorry for himself. No one feels bad for the loss. Be disappointed. That's it. Move on.
Great. Couple F-bombs. Don't feel sorry for yourself. I don't want to see it. We move on.
Yep.
They're going places. So I'll be stoked. And they don't want to sack him.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, no Alberton
Normally after
signs.
loss, haven't seen a sack loss, a sack sign. So that's good.
And we're on sack watch.
And they have some pieces. Whitlock's massive.
How good is he?
He's big.
His legs are like proper tree trunks.
Oh, he needs to. No, I'd like thin ones or thick ones.
No, I think they're thick. He looks strong.
Archie, does he have thick or thin legs? Yeah, he's
I
scrawny.
reckon he looks strong through the legs.
No, he looks like he needs to just sleep in the weights room.
Someone sent me a photo of his legs right now.
No. And Barry's quick as shit. So they've got some pieces. As we know, they are just very much the 3-headed beast still. But they've got some pieces here
Man, his legs are huge.
to work with.
Just
You
Google
stuck
it.
up with the wrong thing about Port. His legs.
Sorry.
I love Lockie Jones. He doesn't look like a footballer, but he just has a crack. That hit he did on Moore, and they got a handball received and keep the goal. Very, very impressive.
He's got some dog in him too. Love the
Yeah.
scrap.
Yeah. He's got some arsehole in him, which is good. Out of this game, Sicily and Dylan Moore have been suspended for a week for punching off the ball. Silly.
Sicily.
It is very Sicily because it's a shitty way to get a week to let your intrusive thoughts win. And you think, you know what? Just fucking hit him.
So what's the rule with that? If it's a closed fist, it's a suspension, and if it's a open palm, it's a fine?
It's a fine. Yeah. Because you get to separate that fine,
Yep.
that week. So if you're listening in the pod, try and guess the difference between a week and suspension. So if you guessed week, you'd be wrong. That's a suspension. If you guessed week, you'd be right. That was a punch. So they very clearly, they sound different as well. Even though the umpires' marks don't work. So they got a week. They've got a punching problem down at Hawthorn. They got a punching and boom lift problem. It's like an addiction for them. They love it. Nick Foot's appealed today, as we said. So he's going to court for allegedly lying.
Is he going to face prison time if he's
Don't know.
convicted?
I do want to see him behind some bars.
Yeah.
Then we go Saturday night, Adelaide 103, St Kilda 102. Great game of football where both teams leave Adelaide, and even for neutrals, we all left our couches, Adelaide Oval, pretty happy. Pretty happy with the football. Again, Adelaide dragged themselves back into the game. They keep doing this. It's like they don't want to play their good brand of football because they want to keep their cards close to their chest, and then they're forced to play it, and they just look really good. Happened against Carlton the week before, and then happened in this game against Saints, where their second quarter is them. It looked like the old Adelaide in the second quarter, and then it went back to this new model of Adelaide, and they get saved here because Tex Walker, who's 36 years old, has a Benjamin Button game and winds all the way back and kicks that goal off that handball, not handball, the holding the ball call. That, hey, was it holding the ball? Probably not. But sometimes you just have to give it to Adelaide because they've been on the wrong side of so many of those calls that eventually they'll be on the right side of a call. So I'm not mad at the umpiring decision there.
I think it's like 50-50 either way, that call.
There's been 20 of those in the game throughout. There's magnified because it's the last 3 minutes of the game.
Yep.
As I said, they look, yeah, the Saints were also the Saints were good too. So I don't know, they have nothing up forward that they can work with, and they're still kicking 100 points. It was Higgins and Liam Ryan. They go the deepest forwards. Anytime that's starting, like you're up against it straight away.
If there's a ground ball and an opportunity to kick a goal, does Jack Higgins become the fastest player in the AFL running onto it?
Yep. Yeah, he had one to the hill end where he came out of nowhere, sprinting to the back, and then not the goal before Mitch Owen kicks with 10 seconds to go. He just popped up in the forward line. He was so far out. He cheated massively and just sprinted to goal. If he gets a sniff of a turnover, I'm going to say 70-30, they're not going to win it. Gone. Just, he knows they're going to win it, but
he
he's
doesn't
out.
give a fuck about the structure.
No.
He's going for goals.
Does not care at all. And then Mitch Owens kicks a goal with 10 seconds to go, and that was their chance. You think that they probably thought that they were going to maybe get another crack at it with 10 seconds to go. Hard to win a game with 10 seconds to go.
I was just thinking about the miracle of Marvel, like the 666 rule or something come in to just get Naz on the end of it again.
I don't know what the percentages are, but I think it'd be a less than 1% chance to win a game of football if the ball goes back to a centre ball up and you got 10 seconds to go.
Good call, probably.
It's probably impossible. At least it gives you hope, though. And that's what we need in this. I like that Liam Ryan said shots. They're so funny to me. I don't know why, but he's just having fun the whole time. So he had one on the boundary line with the kid and was just laughing and asking for advice. And then he had the other one in front and he was just laughing with Adelaide players. He's so unserious. Right now, he just doesn't care at all, which makes me feel so fun to watch football. And then we also have to talk about this discussion about the rucks at St Kilda. So they couldn't win anything out of the middle in centre ball ups at all. Like just could not get near it. Their mids couldn't get to work. And if you put the theory of should you pay millions of dollars to your ruckman or just have a really tall random guy who's competitive and can win some hitouts, what would you do? You'd probably go and pick Lachlan McAndrew because he dominated TDK and Ron Marshall.
He's playing so well this year too.
He broke TDK's back.
Yeah.
That's what he did to your shiny new toy. He snapped it in half. He's just, and then I totally forgot that Marshall existed until he came back in and you go, oh, great insurance. He's back in the game. But McAndrew was so big. Massive.
He's a gun for a rugby union star turned AFL. He's killing it. Picking up the game so easily.
He wins every hit out. TDK's back must be so sore. He looked like he needed to take a shit for the whole game. Like he just couldn't run.
He had 4 hit outs, TDK.
He was, yeah.
Is he injured?
He hurt his back, but he played the rest of the game. So brave, but he didn't. He looked out of all sorts.
Like Finbar Maley had 6. He had more hit outs than him.
Maybe he still has the flu.
Oh,
What the hell, Ash?
yeah. There's going to be some careers that come up TDK now. That's expensive ruckman. to be doing that.
And that's the only reason why he's going to cop so much criticism. Because he was cops cost so much.
If he was on $1 million, you wouldn't even criticise him. You'd be like, oh, fair enough, you got to pay someone. But 1.7 a season for breaking his back and looking like he got a poo is an expensive bill to pay.
He doesn't care though. He's laying on a bed of money.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's how you help your back. How's your back feeling? Good, just laid on all this money I have.
Yeah.
Okay. I got some seat warmers in the Lamborghini. Cal Wilkie's a brick wall. How good's Cal Wilkie?
He's a beast.
Their captains are just so important to this team. So you have Cal Wilkie, who's a brick wall, then Sinclair had 17 in the first, and he's just flying off half back. Like, they're just soaking up everything and then launching himself off half back. And then you say, yep, the Saints are competitive. They lose here. I guess you got to look at the wins-loss record and go, okay, they're now pushing and fighting for their lives to reach a wild card. We think at least, given how everything's played out in the first 6 rounds. Ross the boss, his presses are still so funny. So this is him addressing and taking the piss out of where they're at right now as a team.
I think we look okay. I think we look okay. What are we, 2-4? Yeah.
You've been in a lot of games.
Yeah, I think, who we played? Pies, which is good. Like, we played quality. We probably take some confidence. It's very even comp, isn't it? So you go Pies, prelim, pretty full availability. Melbourne, interesting. That was shootout. GWS prelim last year, or knocked out first final. Pretty good team.
Back on there, here we go.
Who we come down and play after that?
No idea.
Oh, Brisbane, they're handy. They're back-to-back.
Got no idea what's happening.
Yeah, 3 final. Who we play after Brisbane?
Can't hear you.
Can't hear. Yeah, so Port Adelaide. Yeah, and then around us, interstate, and then Adelaide. Did they play finals last year? Adelaide didn't play finals. Did Adelaide play finals? Did Adelaide play finals last year?
Yeah. Adelaide.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 final, 2 finals?
Yeah.
2. Did they make a prelim?
No, lost.
I can't remember.
Lost to it.
Yeah, so I think from where we're at and where we're trying to get to, out of the bottom reaches of the ladder or the middle of the ladder, whatever you want to call it, and I think 5 out of our first 6 opponents have all been finalists, prelim, back-to-back premiers and finalists bar 1. And we've been in all of those games. I would think if you take out win-loss, we've improved. Is that rational and logical?
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, well, you're allowed a judgment. What do you think?
As long as you're respecting people don't care what I think, but yeah.
So, wow. Essentially what he's saying is that the ladder is completely optional and don't look at wins and losses. We're pretty good. That's essentially what he's saying there. If you take every premiership team, every premiership away from the history of the game, we're the best team that's ever existed in the league. Is what he's saying.
He's the man, eh?
I rate it. And then people are saying, oh, they should stop going to his press conferences. I generally don't think he'd care. I think he wouldn't give a shit. He'd still rock up and just take the piss out of everyone. Poor journos sitting there just shaking in their boots, going, just please don't look at me. I can't do this right now. I just want to go home. I'm going to ask 5 questions and get out of here. Stop picking me apart. So he's so funny.
Also,
and the Crows...
Port and Melbourne just didn't play finals.
He said Porter around you.
Yeah, but he said 5 out of the 6 all played finals. That's just not true.
No. Well, again, you could see there very clearly he had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, he
didn't
didn't give a fuck what he said.
Except for when it clicked that Brisbane were brought up and they've won back-to-back flags. And he went, oh, well, they're obviously pretty good, aren't they? And then he knew also that Adelaide played 2 finals because they lost both their home finals. And that's when he went harder. So they played 1 final, 2 finals. 2 finals. Okay, great. Speaking of the Crows, they're I don't know what the Crows are still. I think what happened last year is they were playing this year's kind of football. And it looked so good because they could light the scoreboard. You couldn't stop them. It was quick. It was fast. And now everyone's playing that football and they're just a mid-team in that style now.
I think Adelaide are still really strong and really good. They were missing their captain, Jordan Dawson, from this game. They had a very emotional week as well and still managed to win against St Kilda, who aren't, like, everyone rips on them, but they actually are playing pretty good footy this year.
See, Ross has confused me. I've no idea what's going on. Ross has got to me. I've got no confused. Yeah, maybe it is. They just haven't clicked into gear yet.
Well, they've had so many injuries as well.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe just takes they need more time.
Yeah, I definitely think towards the end of the year, it's like them and GWS will make a strong run for it when they get healthier.
They'll beat up on the bad teams. I think they're still finding some guys as well. Braden Cook.
Yeah, he's good.
A guy.
Real good.
Yeah, he's a guy. And then they also debuted Charlie Edwards. Just another, Adelaide's Charlie Horsewater. Picked him out of nowhere. He looked good. Big body. Did some things as well. So they're finding some guys. Ben Keys just pops up when it matters.
Loves a big moment.
Loves a massive moment. Also loves just trying to be smarter than everyone else. So 2 minutes ago, he again tried to waste time by going down with a fake hammy, and the umpire didn't fall for it and just rushed him on. Okay, that's probably a stretch for me to waste time with 2 minutes to go here. And that also just stopped the clock. But I love that he's still trying. And then May Nix is still trying to work out what Josh Rochelle is. I think you put him in the midfield, it's working because he has pace, but now you're also robbing your forward line because Josh Rochelle is also a very good forward.
They need him in the forward because they've got all those tools. Like, they need someone that can move the ball well in the forward line.
If they play him in the midfield with him and Rankin, they're too offensive-minded. That's why Dawson's so good for them, because he's like the only defensive-minded mid that they have. Same with Sam Berry. Like, he'll go in there and get the contested ball.
Sam Berry's dog.
Yeah, he loves it.
Yeah, he does some great. He's coming out of nowhere.
I think the best situation would be just rotating Rankin and Rochelle through. Swapping them forward to mid.
Yeah, you can't have both of them in there. Both of them are just thinking, let's just try and kick a goal.
Yeah, let's just scream out the front.
Let's roll the dice and let's just stream forward and kick goals and not defend.
And that's why Dawson's so important for them. Obviously, he's their captain, but he is literally their best running defender in the midfield.
What's Finbar doing?
Finbar just takes clunks and then kicks it somewhere.
Yeah. Because every time you look at the screen, you just go, oh, Finbar's playing. He'll just pop up. You go, okay. Like, I know he was playing, but then he pops up and you go, oh, yeah. Finbar's doing that.
I think he's waiting for Darcy Fogarty to get out of form in golf, and then he'll come back in the side.
That's scary that he comes back.
Yep.
Josh Thilthorpe was good. He looked massive next to Jack Silvani, so the Saints didn't have a match up for him. He looked huge. Saucy's 194 centimetres, and he made him look just like a guy. So, okay.
Thilthorpe hasn't been playing that well this year too.
What about Tex?
Can't wait for him to actually start ripping it up.
Yeah, no, he said Tex the top.
Yeah,
looked really good. He was the nicest looking kick in the league.
Yeah, he's automatic from set shot. Him and Peter Wright, really good set shot.
So good. All right, so the Crows all you need to do is just keep winning, keep ticking the wins along, and get to your best version of yourself. And they're doing that. It's clunky, but it's getting there. Then we go to Sunday. Fucking hell. North 130, Richmond 55. Boy, this one stunk. Sam, anything to say? You say some things about North. You want to be positive about North?
What's your question?
I actually was going to be really positive about North.
Okay, start.
I was going to say that it's good as a neutral fan to see you win games of football and look good at football. Like, now you look like you're playing the same sport as everyone.
Convincing.
Yep.
Yeah,
and that's what you need to do.
Who's your favourite player?
I love PC, Paul Curtis. Colin McCurch has got this license to go out and do whatever he wants now. One of those Guinea and Jez Cameron license.
He took the most bounces in any quarter by any player for the last 13 years. He had 9 in one quarter.
You just know he's getting paid $3 million from Tassie. Every time he steps 1 foot in the field, it's like for every step, $10,000.
Yep.
He's so good at football. And they were impressive. They were really impressive. I rated that McKercher moved forward high up the ground and they put Zerha back. Weird they did that after 149 games. But you got to make a move sometimes to put your best players further up the pecking order in your game plan. It worked. He was good. Sam said he had some weird speech after the game where Zerha kind of praised all small forwards in the league. What did he say?
He made a speech essentially saying, like, all the small forwards in the league, like, keep your head up, your chance will come, as if, like, it's his job to inspire the other small forwards.
So anytime you kick 6, you're allowed to look down at every other small forward in the league and give him that kind of, advice. And so he was good though. He gave every Richmond defender a bath, gave him a bedtime story, tucked him to bed. He was just so good, so strong, so quick. And I said, like, they're just good. Now, people are saying they've got an easy fixture and they're always going to get this win and probably be at this point in the season. But they were good against Brisbane. Who they got this week?
GWS.
That's a test.
I think that would be a really good showing to see where North actually are.
I want to get a feel, like we do for Ashford Melbourne. How do North fans feel, Sam?
Yeah, very confident at the moment. Like, I think the midfield is like, you you'd be hard pressed to find too many midfields playing better than ours. You've got LDU, Sheasel, Foss, Cherry, Wardlaw, and then you've got wingers who have stepped up in Stevens and Simpkin. I think it's as strong as you get in an AFL midfield. Like, I think that's where we start. Now the forward line has like a whole new dynamic because you've got PC, you've got now Dersman starting to kick goals, and then Trembath suddenly comes in, who, you know, you'd trade a top 5 pick for, essentially.
Whoa.
No, with the way
Okay.
with the way he's playing and his potential, like, are you not? Is he who's better? Who would you take out of Jed Walter and him right now?
Oh, him.
Exactly, and Jed Walter's a pick too. So
Yeah, okay. I like
that's
your
my
theory
point.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as a North fan, are we thinking wild card or final straight off the bat?
Wild card if we're lucky.
Oh, come on, be positive.
No, we've only played one hard team. We need to see if we can challenge. You know, GWS will be a really good kind of first challenge after Brisbane because we proved ourselves against Brisbane, but now we need to prove ourselves against other good teams.
Yeah, you need some big boy wins.
The thing about that Brisbane Lions game is like at the Barossa as well. So that's like not a clear like indication on where you can play well.
Yeah, we usually get smacked in those weird ground games though. So I saw that as a big positive.
I think the best positive from this game is the fact that you actually put them to the sword, won by 75.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a scrap to the win. You know, you lost to West Coast over there, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, this is the game you should have won. You should have won by plenty, and you proved that you can do that.
Yeah, all the players have done that thing where a team suddenly gets confident where they're not hoping anymore. They're like, no, give me the ball. I'm going to do something. Rather than just like kicking and hoping.
Yeah, it's a weird position for them to be in because they've never been in that position. Like when they're 10 goals up, they're probably asking everyone, what do we do now? And Clark has to say, we'll just keep kicking goals. It's fine. You're not going to get in trouble from me. Which is a weird spot for him.
Yeah.
To be that.
And there's a lot of guys getting greedy that like want to kick goals now rather than like stepping back when the game's getting difficult.
Yeah. Well, I can sense still the I guess the sense of fear that something bad will happen because that's what North fans have been experienced to. But it looks good. It feels good. Trembath is so good. I know he signed his extension, but again, getting a lot of crazy Wayne Carey comparisons.
He wasn't getting a game in the VFL last year.
Wild.
Like he was playing at Blackburn in probably might not have even been the top division in that area.
Just proves to anyone out there, if you are running around on a Saturday or Sunday at local football, North are looking.
They're giving out 3-year deals.
They're giving 3-year, $1.5 million deals. The Wayne Carey things are crazy. Which I get the comparisons because he moves a bit like him. He's big. He's addicted to kicking goals. And he won't sleep with your wife is the one thing he won't do, but he does.
We don't know that yet.
Well, he has. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't slept with someone's wife yet. So yeah,
we can't
don't know for
confirm
sure.
or deny
No,
that.
but I think I've seen enough from him to say that he won't.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, might think it, but won't.
Yeah, good call. Really good call.
So we're under him. So North are great. North are doing some things. Cherry comes back. Yeah, bad time to get him back in.
How far off is Fisher?
Jack Fisher's on the list. Did he? On the team? Oh, he's playing the VFL. I'm over it for Richmond. As much as I love North, I go the opposite for Richmond. I think we can, after this game, officially rule Richmond out from winning the flag. I think I'm happy to say that one. Put that out there.
That's a
the
good
world.
call.
Yeah. So
Are you sure you want to stand by that?
Yeah. No, I don't think that one's going to come back to bite me. Putting a line for them. I'm over them. They make me hate watching football. I've seen 6 rounds of their football now, outside of the 2 quarters and Tom Lynch spraying a lot of footballs at the goals of the MCG. I don't know what they're doing. I know what the game plan is. Adamuze might not be the guy, and that's fine. As I said before, in these rebuilds, you need to work out who is your guy and who's not, and who is just keeping a seat warm. I think he's a seat warmer. And again, that's fine. There's plenty of teams that have that role where that coach for the first 3 years isn't their long-term coach.
It's like
but
a
he
rebound.
Does. Who?
It's like a rebound coach.
Yes, yeah. Once you break up with your love of your life coach, you have to rebound and have a fling.
I believe in Uze.
I think they're just having a fling with him.
I think they're just so injured and so young and so inexperienced.
But they got like their game. I don't know what they're doing. They've lost. They're 2-18 in the last 20 games. Lost 11 in a row. In those 20 games, they've scored over 85 points twice and averaged 59 points a game. It's just.
I think they're just still trying to figure out their list and what they have.
Well, they're injured.
Like
they're
they dropped
clearly
Hopper for this one.
They're so injured. And I get that. Like, Taranto gets concussed here. Banks has a collarbone. They've had their stars or their older stars out. But their team is the guys that have won the premierships and are now just playing 1 or 2 years to help these younger guys and, try and keep the ship steady. And then the young guys who just haven't played any football at all. And there's nothing in the middle.
We still haven't seen coming.
Yeah. He should play. Yeah, he's going to come into the team for sure and come all over him, which would be good to see. But once he starts coming, then
Josh
maybe...
Smiley as well.
Who?
Josh Smiley.
Is he coming?
Hopefully.
He's definitely smiling. He's not coming.
He smileys when Isaac Cummings.
I swear Josh Smiley's been injured for 3 years now. He might have a coming problem. Team's very confusing, is what it is. So they kick a goal for 45 minutes. 45 minutes. They're just bad. Like, they're just bad at football.
Lawler's their leading goal kicker.
What's he kick, 6? They're just a bad football. They bomb it forward and then they don't defend it. It comes flying out of their forward line. They don't even look like they're playing the same sport at the moment. I struggle to see where they'll win a game. And everyone jokes about, it'll be West Coast or it'll be Carlton or it'll be Essendon. I don't think so. I think there's now 3 divs in the league. It's the Div 1, the Div 2, and then Div 3, which is solely just Richmond.
The thirds.
If there was relegation in the divs, they'd be playing... You'd probably skip them past VFL, put in the Oz kick. But that's how bad they are at football.
How is the Oz kick going?
I've kept a close eye on it. Pretty bad.
Is it still shit?
Pretty bad. So again, the Richmond have to work it out. I think everyone now out there is over kind of feeling like they're just young and injured and that's an excuse. But we need to see more than just being young and injured. Like, fight, put up a fight.
Yep.
Stop rolling over and be like, we're young and injured, so we can't fight anymore. Come on. Stop. Don't make that 2-3 hour period where we're watching football really unbearable. Because I had chopsticks in my eyes. Then we go to, this slot. Dees 104, Lions 102. Dees 315. Mess your world up.
They are fun and exciting.
They will mess you up. Stephen King. Stephen King might be the best signing they've ever had. What he's done to this team, they play the most exciting brand of football in the league. It's like everyone's on NOS. They're just sprinting for 2 hours straight. There's no one slowing up. There's not a single person defending. It's so exciting to watch. Their game plan literally is kick lots of goals, screw defending. They wear casuals to the game. He's turned this club around to be a powerhouse, specifically in the 3:15 slot on a Sunday at the MCG. And if you look at all the great teams in sporting history around all sports, you'd probably go Chicago Bulls with Jordan, Tom Brady Patriots, Stephen King, 3:15 days, Sunday MCG. Like, they're just fun. They're just fun, and they're a dynasty on a Sunday.
That is such a good call.
That's my church. Some people go and praise God. I praise Stephen King. Mate, King Ball's awesome. I just so wish that he was my coach because they're just doing, like, the fact they're rocking up with casuals and just imagine a guy just rolling up in jeans to beat the shit out of you.
Undefeated in casual clothes.
Crazy.
I keep seeing Blues fans in the comments saying, like, to you, like, this is what happens when you, like, get a coach in. Like, this is what you could be.
Every time they win, I want to sack Voss more.
I love how other teams win and it comes back to you and Carlton.
Oh, like it's my fault. That's what everyone's going to figure out. I'm going through my own shit.
All roads lead to Carlton.
Okay, everyone? Leave me out of this. And the league is so lucky that the grand final isn't at 3:15 on a Sunday. Because the Dees would be the outright favourites. They just... It's... And then you also go, it makes no sense, the league, because I don't know how you lose to Essendon and then beat the back-to-back premiers the week after. No sense, league.
Yeah, it's weird thinking that we should be first on the ladder.
Who'd you lose to again?
Essendon.
Fuck. You literally just talked about it.
Yeah, I didn't know. Oh, yeah, true. How do you feel, Ash? How was Hotel Sorrento?
It was good.
Did you raise the lid off it?
I'm going to head there this week.
Oh, yeah, you're going to go there right now. Wow.
Straight after this episode.
But you'd feel so good. Again,
so
on top
good.
of the world.
Like, especially after losing last week, the old Melbourne mentality is once like something like that happens, you fall back into old habits, and it would take a long time for us to get back to that winning mentality, and then we just do that against Brisbane. Like, we had a lot of stuff go our way. There were a few umpiring calls that went our way. which was awesome to see. And I think,
Good. That's a great call. Everyone says it's awesome to see that umpiring decisions go your
In
way.
your favour, yeah.
And sometimes they just need to with a bit of luck. But you're right. There was
100%.
one with the McCluggage one on Langford. That was there. It just doesn't get called often.
yeah, it just looks bad in a close game. Last few minutes, like it was a free kick. There was a ton of one. It always goes each way. So
Yeah.
you know.
There was a few moments late. So Cam Rayner has a shot and goal, and then the ball somehow gets to the wing. Will Ashcroft out of the pack is steaming down the wing. Max Gawn tackle
Yeah, Max Gawn and Jack Steele.
was huge. Did enough just to hold him up before Jack Steele came in over the top. Then someone else came in as well. So that's their again. They're prime Barcelona at 3:15 on a Sunday, and they're just doing things that no one else is
Special.
doing. They got a fiddle and Irish jig going on. That is nightmare fuel for Brisbane Lions players and fans. When they close their eyes tonight again, all they hear is
Can you do that again?
and me
please?
dancing on them, and the Irish dancers dancing on them as well. Like that's terrifying stuff.
Can you please do that again?
Just dance all over them. Anyone with an Irish passport got into this game for free.
Did they really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Were they serving Guinness?
Was your dad there?
I would have been.
Yeah. But they've just got guys like it's the same list as last year. But he's just got them playing just great football. He's got the best out of Harvey Langford. Langford almost had a Sacramento.
He's a gun.
27-3 he is. He runs hard and quick and he's a bull. Latrell Pickett up around the ball was better. He had some moments, had more moments to showcase what he can, and he's a Pickett, so we know that the Pick Rats, if they get to more contests, they're just going to win more than they lose, and they'll do something amazing. So the Pick Rats are running wild. Cade Chandler now just turning into a stud.
He's got a cool celebration too. He doesn't really get too excited. He just sort of cops it like, yeah, whatever.
Cops on the chin.
Yeah.
Joey also called this win.
Did you call it again?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I can't take credit for this. I only called it because you said Brisbane Lions fans are pissed off at me, so I said, fuck you.
You turned on
Brisbane.
them?
Yeah, but no, I tip Brisbane Lions. I'll put my hand up for that.
Again, so they just do the way that they're going. Call me crazy. Dees can win the flag.
I'll call you crazy.
It's not ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous. It's not crazy. It's not ridiculous. If they can get 3 or 4 finals and they play 3 or 4 in a row like that, they now have shows they can beat anyone. So it's not the craziest call. Crazy would be saying that Port aren't rebuilding. David Koch. Crazy would say that Blues can win the flag. Which a little bit of me still believes.
That would
My
be psychotic.
If you had to look at my body and believe how much of my body believes that Blues can win the flag, it'd be my left toe.
It's probably the only bit that doesn't have a tattoo.
Probably.
You're going to have so much vomit on you soon.
I also just remember said I'd cut my toe off if Pies win the flag. So I hope that doesn't happen. And then for Brisbane, like they looked so calm when everything was turning to chaos. They just knew where they were, the situation. They've been here before, obviously with the flags. They just know that this means nothing to them for the long run. They're still a really good team. They lost to a really good team who played just a really good brand of football. Chris Fagan said that to anyone who comes up against them and that football's been played against you, good luck. They were in it, had a shot to win it. If it wasn't for Max Gawn being Max Gawn, Will Ashcroft gets out, they have another shot and goal, they're going to be just fine.
They also win the flag every time we beat them.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, it's a similar result to last year. The exact same thing happened. I'm pretty sure Brisbane were leading for most of the game, then Melbourne came back storming home in that fourth quarter.
It's not a bad trend for anyone who wants to be good in this league to have 3 or 4 good games, lose one, reminder, switch on, 3 or 4, switch on, and that be your whole season.
Yeah, reevaluate your standards.
Rather than going 6, 8, 10 wins in a row and then having your shit times towards the end of the season.
Someone said we're also the Robin Hood of football. Steal from the rich and give it to the poor. So like beating the good teams and we'll lose to Essendon.
Yeah.
Like that.
I thought that meant like, you steal from Turak and give it out to Sunshine or something.
Probably do that too.
Shout out Sunshine. Lockie Neal 300 games. And
Dunkley 200.
And
Logan Morris 50.
Yeah. That's a lot of milestones. Couldn't get done for him.
Surely the boys just rally together for that one. For those 3.
I think maybe 2 of them they wanted to rally around for.
Why? Oh, because Morris was only 50?
No. I think...
Because Morris was only 50 games?
True.
Is that right?
50's 50. Anyone can make 50. I got halfway there. No, Morris is going to be so good. That was so good. There's nothing you can say bad about Brisbane. They've just got on the wrong side of a coin toss result.
Yep.
So they'll be completely fine. Still playing good football. Need a reminder. Don't hate it all. And then we go to Freo. In the Derby, not sure. Freo 97, Eagles 41. So these games have become really uncompetitive. I think we like to build them up as this kind of bloodbath. They hate each other. They do hate each other, but also it's hard to beat up another team when the scoreboard says you're down by 10 goals for the whole game. Before the game, the Eagles banner, and I get what they do with the banners. They try and give the boys a bit of inspiration and get them up and about. The banner said, Dockers are purple, Eagles are gold and blue. We have fun in our lives. How about you? JL said after the game, yeah, I do have fun. We won the game. So... don't know how much fun you're having over there, but we have fun here. And he clearly does have fun. He's smiling a lot more. The fishing waters must be open again.
Yeah, maybe the fishing
We
ban's
haven't
off.
asked him yet, but we'll have to ask. But Freo run the West, and they have for a long time. Just did what they need to do here. Like the Battle of the Bridge, would like some more fights. Everyone's on best behaviour. Harley Reid was very calm. Cox came in. Voss, both very calm. Cox was okay.
Yeah, I love Big Cox.
Yeah, Big Cox was good. He came in, now didn't touch it a lot, but he was around the ball, which is always a good sign of someone who's not getting it, but just around. If they're on the screen a lot, they've had a good game. And the Eagles, if the Eagles had 25 Ruben Gimbies, they'd be a really good team. He just fights and scraps back there for dear life.
He's such a unit, man.
Such a unit.
Yeah.
He also, after the game, lost his mouth guard and spent a lot of time on the field trying to find his mouth guard. So if you have found his, I think it's his junior football club mouth guard, he would like that back.
Oh, is that what it is? Is that why it's so
I
important?
think so. I can't remember. I read something today. But Freo were good. Freo did what they need to. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't bad. West Coast are just West Coast. So we're back to acknowledging that this is what they are and they're going to be this. They'll have some games where they're wildly competitive and surprise everyone, which is going to be fun. But they'll have these games where it's just, oh, great. Here they are again. Jai Amos was good. 5 goals.
Yeah.
So one of those forwards is always going to get off.
Jordan Clark was good too.
Was very good.
Yeah, like superstar good.
Was very good. Won the medal there. Murphy Reid and Harley Reid. There's some weird kind of battle that the fans, because it's so uncompetitive on field, they have this thing where which Reid's better, Murphy Reid or Harley Reid.
Yeah, and now they're taking it to the Burgers of Perth.
I saw the ad. Whoa. Whoa. Murphy Reid's really good at football.
He's a star.
He is so good at football.
He's like the most composed and skillful and clean player since like Scott Pendlebury.
He's 19.
Yeah.
And remember the draft, I don't think they showed this, but we heard that his parents wanted him to stay in Melbourne. And when he got drafted to Freo, because he slid out so much, they were pretty flat. They had to go all the way there to play football. Worked out so well. Because now he can write any check if he wants to leave. I don't think he does. I haven't heard a single thing. But he'd be like the hottest young commodity as a player. Just does things that you go, how have you done that at 19 years old?
He's so silky.
Just controls the game.
Yeah.
I saw him sprinting, bouncing the ball, and then telling Tracy to come back at him while having someone on him. How have you done that?
Yeah, he's got that composure. He's got it, what it is.
Yeah. And Freo have a team. I mean, so I said it last week, I said it again the week before, the whole season. I think this is a season where you look at all their seasons in the past and go, oh, no, this actually might be the season where we do something here. We keep putting ourselves in great spots to win games. Maybe now we can go one further, win finals, win the big one. And that's where they're at. So they'll be happy as well.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for Freo this year was like scalping those 2 wins in Adelaide back to back, like when the pressure was really on them and fighting back and making it a thing, and then coming to the Dorby and just putting West Coast away.
Their biggest pressure are just when they play good teams, what they can do. Because they can do this. We know they can do this against West. Like, we know that's them. It's when they have actual teams around and they play, can they win those games and get those wins to put themselves higher the ladder and get to home finals. If they get to home finals, you're in trouble.
Did they not lose this fixture last year?
I think they lost one, maybe the first one. No, I think it was Harley Reid's first one.
In 2024?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's Overreaction Monday for the round of football. Joey, I know you probably have some inspirational quote to lead us on our day. Give us something good.
I've got something good that's going to get Ash fucking rock hard for this one.
Okay.
The Dees didn't outshine the Lions. They outworked them because in footy, effort beats hype every single time.
Wow, that's good.
Wow.
Let's go, boys. Come on.
Go forth. Have a
Happy
good Monday.
Monday.
Have a good day.